Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. Everybody wants you to be humble when you great. But I know what I am and I know what they ain't. It's Dean. Philly, Chester.
You either gonna be a coward or live honorable. I say fuck judges, they dishonorable. When you a phenom, her head is phenomenal. This world cold, so I stay somewhere tropical. When you God's angel, shit get diabolical. Like saying I ain't one of the greatest, that's undeniable. Every beat I get on, you know I get maniacal. When you rely on them, they become unreliable. Damn, that's why jobs do 90 days. And my bars cold as an Alaskan cave. Soon as you tell Caucasians your ancestors slaves, that's when they give you praise in a higher wage. It's all a diversion to not see your worth. You keep coming in last cause there's things that you ain't noticed first. I'm like the rent, no matter what, I'ma be the first. The devil real, I seen a junkie still ate granny purse. But God real, next day he had an overdose that made it worse. They give you presents, still your presents, gift and a curse. Most people only act godly in church. I stay grounded cause people that I love in the dirt. Got 3 daughters right now, I done gave life. Won't call you broke, I just say that you ain't saved right. Cause when you ain't fly, seem like everybody take flight. Your day ones, they'll snitch on you the same night. Can't have leeches around cause they backbite. They'll get you pinched faster than a crab fight. Cause when you get a grip, you realize y'all ain't that tight. Okay, I'm sorry, young nigga, hey, that's life. Your father might not be around, it's my job to teach you. Just in case he ain't here like alopecia. My name Deem, how you doing? And it's nice to meet you. If they can, they'll cut corners like a slice of pizza. All for the cheese, liars do shit you won't believe. That's why I feel the breeze, smoking blue cheese and Belize. I can't be fake here, so I gotta bob and weave. I learned the method, man, and I think that's all I need. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. If I get a deal, please don't be surprised. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. And I learned that the only limit is the sky. Goddamn, you sexy, come here, baby, give me kiss. I was up early in the morning making this. You got a bucket list, blow out your candles, make a wish. People wanna pass, but they ain't tryna assist. Goddamn, you sexy, come here, baby, give me kiss. I was up early in the morning making this. You got a bucket list, blow out your candles, make a wish. People wanna pass, but they ain't tryna assist. You can't hold up your wrists if you scared to take a risk. Your bitch played my disc, now he's sick trying diss. I got a leg up, now I know that dog pissed. Plenty chicks try to shoot, they shot, they all miss. Better run when I shoot, cause I'm Clay Game 6. She waited all night to give me cookies like I'm Saint Nick. I'm on 95, treating it like it's Grand Prix. You try across that line, we bringing out them sticks like 4th and inch. Goddamn, you sexy, come here, baby, give me kiss. I was up early in the morning making this. You got a bucket list, blow out your candles, make a wish. People wanna pass, but they ain't tryna assist. Goddamn, you sexy, come here, baby, give me kiss. I was up early in the morning making this. You got a bucket list, blow out your candles, make a wish. People wanna pass, but they ain't tryna assist.
Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. It's Dean, niggas.
Best rapper alive,
best rapper alive.
Philly, Chester, Philly, Chester. You take my confidence as being cocky, I don't give a fuck.
Nope.
The glass never half empty, you just fill it up. Smoking strawberry with something chocolate and a vanilla truck. Blaze a trail, trade on you like dang, just to make a buck. Can't make this up, it's all cosmetic. Truly believe nothing happens unless God let it. Y'all ain't used to nothing, it's cold. Jamaicans bobsledding, and their cool runnings, they throw pussy because I'm eye-catching. For insurance, be progressive while you progressing. Funny, he ain't like school, it died and became a lesson. And his daughter just learned the 1, 2, 3s, ABCs. But niggas out here with choppers and 2, 2, 3s. Land of the make believe. And money I have, anybody you wanna make believe. Give you the same feeling as little kids on Christmas Eve. I'm too gifted, I should take my spot right under the tree. Degrees to the shit, that's why they sit in pity under me. They wonder why they still stink. Don't tell me how to think. You seen Frank Lucas with the mink? Try and be something that they not. CT at the bank, thinking that they really fucking with you was your first mistake. Relationships like tug of war, shit give and take. Could take her on no date, I'm getting money, had to make her wait. Milk conversation, stir it up, then want a handshake. That's the last straw. How can people be so damn fake? Why I came to give you something authentic, non-fiction. It's crazy how they bodies grew, but they minds didn't. Now no same niggas locked up with they mind prison. Defense conviction rate better than Steph free throw percentage. Every beat like the electric chair, murder you could witness. They got me feeling like Ali versus Sonny Liston. Then they get in jail and start bitching and wanna turn Christian. Deciding that they was important was your worst decision. That's bad news, the mechanic blaming the transmission. Funny how everybody break when you in transition. They want ball with you long as you assisting everybody on your team. Just don't become the Pistons. If you do, make sure that you the first pick. She tell me that she worth it, I really think she worthless. They claim a mistake, whole time it's on purpose. You thinking that you fucking with me, must be liquid courage, you heard? You take my confidence as being cocky, I don't give a fuck. The glass never half empty, you just fill it up. Take my confidence as being cocky, I don't give a fuck. The glass never half empty, you just fill it up. Smoking strawberry with something chocolate in a vanilla truck. Blaze the trail, trade on you like dang, just to make a buck. Smoking strawberry with something chocolate in a vanilla truck. Blaze the trail, trade on you like dang, just to make a buck. It's Dame, niggas. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive. Best rapper alive, best rapper alive.
What is the deal, people? What is going on? Late night with Dean. Y'all already know how we giving it up, family. How's everybody doing, man? Y'all already know how we giving it up out here, man. I hope everybody's doing great, having a good day and all of that good stuff. And y'all already know. You feel what I'm saying? We over here, we rocking out. You dig? Make sure that y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. Make sure y'all hit that cash app and that super chat. Y'all already know how we rocking, man. Everybody get in here, get in here, get in here. You know? You know? I just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody that be rocking with Dean. We got a great show for you today. We got a lot of stuff we going to discuss and talk about. Um, I think I got some great topics today. And I think that we going to get a great discussion and a great debate out of these situations today, man. So I'm gonna just sit back and just chill and wait for everybody to come in, man. Show your boys some love, man, on your way in. Hit that like button. Make sure that y'all hit that super chat. Make sure y'all hit that cash app. And most importantly, make sure you hype and check out some of the videos that I did earlier, man. Dropped a couple shorts, you know what I'm saying? You know, we working over here, man. We trying to be the hardest working man in showbiz. You feel what I'm saying? No pun intended. You did. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Rocking with your boy. Y'all already know. We're gonna let some more people get in here to have a conversation, man. You dig what I'm saying, man? I just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. Um, what I do want to discuss today is Teofimo Lopez and Shakur, Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine Ortiz, and Jermaine Ortiz himself. Jermaine Ortiz himself. So we got a lot of great topics. I think people are gonna be in their feelings. I think people don't want to hear the truth about certain things, but guess what, y'all? It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You feel what I'm saying? So we gonna keep it pushing and do this good boxing content for y'all, man. Y'all already know, man. I really, really appreciate every last single one of y'all. But I'm gonna let people get back in the building, man. We ain't got too many people in the building yet, so maybe the notifications and things like that. But what I will say is, Is Jermaine Ortiz the real man at 140? That's a question, people. Is Jermaine Ortiz the real man at 140? That's a great question, people. I would like to see what y'all perspectives is on that, you know? Because the reason why I say that is because if we go over all of the things that Jermaine Ortiz has done and has accomplished in this sport of boxing, and I think a lot of us think that he has been robbed in a few situations. If he was granted those victories, how would we look at Jermaine Ortiz? It's just a question. It's just a question, people. It ain't nothing that deep. It's just a question. How would we look at Jermaine Ortiz if, hold on, let me set up this goals. Let me set up these goals real quick. You feel me? Let's set up these goals, man. Show your boy some love, man. Show Dean some love, man. All right. There we go. There we go. Y'all already know, man. Show Dean some love, man. Y'all know how we rocking, man. We cooking up this good boxing content for you. You feel what I'm saying? Show your boys some love, man. I hope everybody's doing great. Um, is Jermaine Ortiz the guy at 140, y'all? I'm asking seriously. Is Jermaine Ortiz the guy at 140? In my opinion, he probably should be. In my opinion, he probably should be, if we being honest. Because, like I said, I think that Jermaine Ortiz beat a Lomachenko. I think Jermaine Ortiz beat a Teofimo Lopez. Now, y'all could be saying I'm tripping, but Casa says we would be looking at him like we look at Hitchison. You think so? I think we'd be looking at him much more highly than that. I think we'd be looking at him much more highly than that. Because Hitchison's don't have those type of wins. Teachers in the building. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man? Teachers in the building. What's going on, family? I don't know. I think Jermaine Ortiz, the reason why I would say he's the man at 140, because to me, he got two of the best wins in boxing. They didn't grant it to him, but it doesn't change anything that I believe is going to happen. Teach says, I have Jermaine Ortiz beating Keyshawn. You see what I'm talking about? Now look at what Teach said. Teach said he got Jermaine Ortiz beating Keyshawn Davis, which would mean it shows how people view a Jermaine Ortiz, which would give more credence to what I keeps asking, is he the man at 140? Because I said in my video earlier, there's nobody at the 140 division you definitively got beating Jermaine Ortiz. Like you're not sure about that, is what Dean is saying. You may have another guy winning. You may think another guy can beat Jermaine Ortiz, but you're not definitive on that. You understand? And the reason why it's smart for you not to be definitive on that, because Jermaine Ortiz is a pretty good fighter who we think was robbed in a couple fights. And the way we view Jermaine Ortiz would be looked at totally different if those fights transpired probably how they should have. That's just the honest fact. That's just the honest opinion. Teach says, I like how he boxes. And to me, he beat Loma and Tio. A Teach, I feel the same exact way. To me, he beat Loma and Tio. So I asked the question, if those wins was on his resume, wouldn't he be the man at 140? Wouldn't he have the ring belt at 140? Wouldn't he have the two best wins out of anybody at the 140 or 135 division, or even at the 147 division currently? Want y'all to think about why Dame is asking you, is Jermaine Ortiz the real man at 140 if you believe he was robbed against Lomachenko and Tio? Shout out to Show Off. Show Off is in the building. We gonna talk real boxing tonight, y'all. We gonna talk real boxing and give guys these credits. I hear a lot of people complain and say, Dame, all we do is tear boxers down. Dame, all we do is this. I don't want to hear none of that, because don't none of y'all be crying for Jermaine Ortiz. We don't have panels about the Jermaine Ortiz. We gonna have one today though. We don't have discussions about Jermaine Ortiz. We gonna have one today though. You got people that complain so much that we only talk about certain boxers, but then you are not banging on the wall for somebody like Jermaine Ortiz to get his recognition and credit that he deserved when we all know that he was robbed against two of the more notable names in boxing, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He would have gotten more opportunities to even to prove that 100% teach he would have. Casa said that's a fact, but he still get overlooked because of his name. Tio lost to Cambosis on paper, and they still act like he undefeated. Now Casa, that is a great. Tio does not get, and that's why Casa. I'm glad that you're here because that's why when we bring up our next topic, what you just said, I am going to dive deep into that. No Diddy, you 100% right, and that's why this is a more dangerous fight for Shakur Stevenson. And that's why this is a much more dangerous fight for Shakur Stevenson. Everything that you just said, 100%. 100%. Teach says, if you really watched Ortiz and the way he boxes, I feel that it's just me and he may want to put him up over Keyshawn. Ortiz is more polished. Ortiz by far is the most polished fighter that Keyshawn would have ever fought. I don't even think that's a I don't even think that's nothing that we can argue, can we? I don't even think that's nothing we can argue, can we? Tim Lankley in the building. What's the deal, bro? What's going on, y'all? Tim Lankley is in the building. What's the deal, homie? I just want to give it something to think about, y'all, when we talk about these guys and these upcoming fights, man, because I know how boxing go. I know where the pressure at. I know what the landscape is. I know how we already looking at it as a boxing community. We can sit up there and act like we don't, but the truth of the matter is you don't hear people clamoring and crying for Jermaine Ortiz when the truth of the matter is he probably was robbed twice against two of the more notable names. He should have those wins on his resume, even if they close wins. He should still have those wins. When Ortiz was calling out Shakur, I wanted to Shakur to accept the fight. That's another. We're gonna get into that too later, Teach. Teach, we're gonna get into that too. I promise you that we're gonna get into that too because I ain't gonna lie, I like that they the undercard to Keyshawn and I mean to Shakur and Tio because um you have Ortiz who I think beat Tio. Ortiz wants to fight Shakur. Keyshawn wants to fight Tio, but Keyshawn is fighting Jermaine. So I just think it's a nice mix up of storylines and everything else. And if Keyshawn Dave, I mean, if Shakur Stevenson is smart, he'll implement everything that Jermaine Ortiz did versus Teofimo Lopez. Because I believe that Shakur has much more ability to keep that pace. If all right, Jermaine Ortiz to me won five of the first 6 rounds. To really, to me, he won the first 6 rounds against Tio. But I'm going to give y'all Tio stands and fans. I'm going to give y'all a little grace and say, okay, it was 5-1. I had Jermaine Ortiz winning all 6 of the first rounds against Teofimo Lopez. That's just Dean, right? But he started to get on his bicycle a little bit. Tio started going pressing forward, catching them with big shots, blase blah. So they gave it to Tio. I think at minimum it should have been a draw or Ortiz win. I think a draw was too much. That's why I know I feel as though he got robbed because I think a draw was a stretch. Let alone Tio getting the win. Nah. Go back and watch that fight, yo. And then come back here and tell me um Teofimo Lopez beat Jermaine Ortiz. Go back and watch that fight and tell me Teofimo Lopez beat Jermaine Ortiz. I think it's gonna be pretty hard for y'all to do that. I think it's gonna be pretty hard for y'all to do that. Who in the building? The Tavius is in the building. Game. Who do you think wins between Keyshawn and Jermaine? I'm glad that you're here. We gonna discuss all that. We getting into all that. My guy, Two Sizzle, Two Cents is in the building. What's going on? Philly is here. Empty the. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on. Empty the clip. I need you. Stay right there. Empty the clip. Empty the clip. Empty the clip. Stay right there, bro. I did not mean to do that, gang. Hold on, empty the clip. Stay right there for me, gang. Clizzy got clipped. Chill, too. You a nut ass nigga, dog. Hold on, empty the clip. Hold on. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that at all. God damn. Where my bro at, man? Hold on, man. Fuck. Give me a second, y'all. I did not mean to do that to my guy. Empty the clip. Empty the clip. Stay right there, because I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to comment in the chat for me. Damn, dog. I did not mean to do that, gang. I did. There we go. I did not mean to do that whatsoever, gang. I promise you, I did. Hold on. Oh, he. Oh, you here? All right, all right. It ain't been. All right, damn. Thank God. Thank God it didn't ban him. All right. It didn't ban you. Yeah, thank you, thank you. That's why you need your moderators, man. That's why you need your moderators. You hear what I'm talking about? Good looking, too, sis. Yeah. Yeah, he intercepted for your boy. That's what I'm talking about, gang. Thank you, my G. Yeah. Reach one, teach one. Hey, 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 what was that thing called in Philly, y'all, when we was young? Hey, two sizzle and empty the clip. What was that thing called in Philly when we was young? Teach one, reach one, teach one. Hey, hey, what was it called, yo? No kid left behind. What was it called? Empty the clip. No, yeah, we not doing that. We not doing that, gang. Each one teach one. You feel me, fam? Hey, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. You gotta be more careful than that, Dean. You gotta be more careful. Don't be sorry, ho. Be careful. But nah, y'all, I just feel as though Jermaine Ortiz to me is the man at 140. I would like for somebody to get up here and debate with me and talk to me about it. Jermaine Ortiz to me is the man at 140, man. Because nobody at the 135 division or at 140 can have two better wins than Jermaine Ortiz, and I feel as though he was robbed in both fights. I want to know how many of y'all feel Jermaine Ortiz was beat Lomachenko and Tio. How many of y'all feel as though Jermaine Ortiz beat Lomachenko and Tio? See, we got to stop judging people off of what the end result is and judge them off what you actually feel about that person. How many of y'all think that Jermaine Ortiz was robbed against Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez? Because if you do think he was robbed against both of them and you gave him those wins, he's definitely the man at 140. He would have the ring belt. Do y'all understand that? Jermaine Ortiz would have the ring belt right now. We give Devin all of this credit for beating Loma. We give T.O. all of this credit for beating Loma, but we don't want to give Jermaine Ortiz the credit when we feel as though he won. But I watched the whole world want to give Lamont Roach credit and they thought he won. So we not gonna act like we can't have discernment now. No kid left behind was crazy, absolutely nothing, passing through life. Two Cent said Ortiz beat Tio at a draw at worst versus Loma. That's I agree completely. Gap Tooth Gaines is in the building. What's up, Brody? He said, I gotta go back and watch that the Loma fight. But I watched the Tio fight live and I thought Jermaine Ortiz won. 100% Gap Tooth. Batavia says, I feel Ortiz beat Tio. Look what y'all now stay with me, people. Now look what y'all saying. Now, if those things happened, where would Jermaine Ortiz be at right now? So don't let the two losses cloud your judgment when really, technically, if we being honest, Keyshawn Davis is fighting the best guy at 140 right now. Yeah. If you agree with Dean, then you definitely think Jermaine Ortiz, because I really think people is clouded. Like, because he didn't get the win, You're letting that cloud your judgment off of what you feel and what you saw. I don't care if they didn't give him the win or not. If Dean and I watch boxing and have my own of mine, to me, Jermaine Ortiz beat both of those individuals, which by far is the two best wins at 135 or 140, which would mean if he had beat T.O., he would have got the WBO belt and he would have the ring belt currently right now. And how I know that you feel the same way I feel, because there's nobody at 140 that you definitively think beats Jermaine Ortiz. Put it like this. Every single person I name at 140, you would call that a 50-50 fight with Jermaine Ortiz. Besides Shakur Stevenson at that division and maybe Keyshawn or maybe a T.O., every single person at that division, if I told you Jermaine Ortiz against Sabril, Jermaine Ortiz against Richard Henderson, Jermaine Ortiz versus Gary, Jermaine Ortiz versus Shakur, Jermaine Ortiz versus T.O., which we think he beat already, Jermaine Ortiz versus Keyshawn, which a lot of people think Jermaine Ortiz is about to beat Keyshawn. Um, that shows you what you actually think of him. Two Sizzle said not only did he beat T.O., he low key cooked T.O. I mean, that's what I'm saying, fam. That's how I feel. I think giving T.O. a win was egregious. At worst, it was a draw. Me personally, y'all, I had Jermaine Ortiz winning the first 6 rounds versus T.O. So unless you telling me that Jermaine Ortiz lost all 6 of the last rounds, then I could see how you give it to T.O., which would be a draw at worst. That's why I said a draw at worst. Nobody's going to convince me that Jermaine Ortiz won the first 5 rounds and didn't win another round, but that's how they scored it on the cards. Nobody's going to convince me. And then one of the judges gave T.O. one of the early rounds. He didn't win none of the early rounds. T.O. didn't win not one early round. And, and they gave it to him. Nah, fam. And people a little bit after Jermaine Ortiz lost was saying that he was robbed. Like, I ain't gonna lie and act like people wasn't talking about it or they wasn't saying he was robbed, but that ain't the point. We didn't harp on it. We didn't, like I said, that's why this is the make or break moment for Jermaine Ortiz, because he beats Keyshawn, all of that stuff go away for the most part. Not all the way away, but kinda away. Batavia said that's a fact. He's the best at 140, I think. But what about Hitchison? I think Hitchison is good. I like Hitchison. Hitchison, I think, could be he's another guy. He's another Jermaine Ortiz. He's another guy I think has the capabilities to beat all of those guys. But he also got the questions where it would have me like, nah, it's a 50-50, 60-40. Richard Henderson still got a lot of questions at bait to me. But he does have the capabilities and talents to beat any of those guys. 100% he does. He's tall, he's lanky, he used that jab, he got pretty good footwork. He know how to keep his distance. Um, he's not really a boring fighter. I wouldn't say he used to be a little boring. I think he stepped from his Paro fight. And he fight that the way he was fighting in that fight, he wasn't boring at all. So um, yeah. Costa says facts. He was fighting. He was dancing on Loma in the eighth and ninth, and you telling me he was put in a matrix by the great Ukrainian hope? I didn't see that at all. I didn't see that at all either. Gap Two says you could tell Jermaine watched Sandor Martin fight and use similar movements, but he watched punching cleaner and making Tio miss early. Tio was frustrated the whole fight. 100% Tio was frustrated the whole fight. And that's why Dean's saying if we take our Earthman glasses off, if we be honest with ourselves, is Jermaine Ortiz the best guy at 140? I'm talking about how we would look at him currently. But since they put those losses on his resume, even when you think he won, you still don't put him there because he's not getting talked about. He's not in a position to unify or do things like that. So even subconsciously, we do it to him too. And we people who think he won. That got to stop, though. You dig what I'm saying? That definitely has to stop because then you will lose sight of Keyshawn just been off. This is Keyshawn first fight at 140. He done fired his whole team. If we being real, this a fight set up for Keyshawn to lose. He could possibly lose it badly too. I don't think Keyshawn gonna lose. What up, Lee Jackson? I don't think Keyshawn gonna lose because I think Keyshawn is just more talented than Jermaine and Teofimo Lopez. Me personally, I think Keyshawn Davis the best at 140. Dean personally. But when I'm bringing up Jermaine Ortiz, I'm not talking about my Keyshawn just got there. I'm not talking about my opinion of it. I'm talking about how it should be viewed going into this fight. But Keyshawn could definitely lose this fight if his head ain't in the game. Two Sizzle said, I don't know if there is a best, but I think there's 5 or 6 guys that can give everybody problems depending on the matchups. 100%. 100%. I think Keyshawn, because if people ask me like, all right, a lot of Shakur fans ain't gonna want to hear this. I think Keyshawn at his best, he can beat Shakur. Like if Keyshawn become who I think he can become, I think he's better than Shakur Stevens. Why? Because just off a punch output and aggressiveness alone, that's a conversation y'all may not be ready to have right now. Do I think he's better than Shakur today? No, because I don't think he's mentally better than Shakur. And especially after that fight. What was that fight, y'all, where he had that wrestling match in the ring with that boy? What fight was that, y'all? Where Keyshawn had that wrestling match in that ring with that boy? Whatever fight that was. See, Shakur wouldn't do nothing like that, which lets me know that you're mental. Look at everything Keyshawn has been dealing with, been going through, which let Madueno, yeah, Madueno. That's why I like you guys. What was that damn WWE match? See, Shakur is not going to do nothing like that, which lets me know his mental is stronger than you. And as we know, boxing is 90% mental, definitely 80% mental. So if Shakur had to fight Keyshawn today, I think Shakur beats him. Do I think Shakur beats Keyshawn 5 years from now? No. But still, Dean, he weathered the storm. Yeah, but that was a storm he shouldn't have been in, Casas. That's a storm he shouldn't have been in, gang. At all. Like that guy shouldn't have been in the ring with him. Keyshawn is levels above that guy. But his mental, he let him get frustrated. The mental mean everything in this sport of boxing, man. Gap Two said, I still think Keyshawn got problems against pure boxers. I feel like he would get that he could never get over the Andy Cruz hump. Pause. And that's why I say this is a dangerous fight when it comes to Jermaine Ortiz. This is why I say that, because that part of what you just said, Gap Two, got everything to do with the mental. He don't have a hard time with boxers, not because he can't box with them, not because he don't have the talent to keep up with him. No, he has a problem with boxers because he doesn't have the patience, the mental wherewithal to do what a boxer is coming in there to do, with a Shakur, a Floyd, a Andy Cruz. They are strictly coming in here to be more technical than you. Keyshawn, like Bud Crawford, he kind of want to hurt you, which that's a thing we like about Keyshawn. Keyshawn want to try to hurt you, but when you're not as mentally strong as a Terrence Crawford, you can't afford to have those laps in your game that Terrence has from time to time. Terrence is smart enough and talented enough and experienced enough to get himself out of those situations. I don't believe that about Keyshawn. Terrence Crawford wouldn't have had a wrestling match with Madueno. Madueno would have been knocked the hell out. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That old hard-headed mule was tough. I'm just saying. Yeah, he still got to get that young boy seek and destroy energy. Yes, he don't have that break you down. I know I'm gonna knock you out mentality. See, it's a difference. I think Keyshawn goes in there with a game plan, but he just wing it though. Like however the knockout comes or the fight happens, he transpires it that way. I don't think he walks into the ring like a Shakur Stevenson with an actual mental breakdown of what he going to do and what he not going to do. You understand? Boxing with the two is in the building. Make sure y'all hit that super chat. Make sure y'all hit that cash app. Late night boxing with Dean. Y'all already know how we giving it up. But yeah, y'all, in my opinion, I think Jermaine Ortiz is the best at 140 currently. Um, I think he should be viewed that way going into the fight. And this is why I think but for every variable that we spoke of, this is why I say all of the pressure is on Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. And y'all might ask me, Dean, why is all the pressure on them? Well, I'm gonna explain it to you. Give me a second. Check y'all background. Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz. From everything that I said about Jermaine Ortiz, we know that. But going into this fight, he's not looked at as the favorite because people don't give him that the way they should view him with the wins, with a T.O. and a Loma. So they look at it like that's the guy that lost to T.O. and Loma years later. You understand? Jermaine Ortiz is going in this fight as the underdog. Keyshawn Davis, with everything that he has put us through, from the WWE matches in the back, him missing weight on purpose, Edwin De Los Santos coming back looking amazing the way that he did. Keyshawn has all the pressure to perform, not Jermaine Ortiz. Keyshawn has all the pressure to perform, not Jermaine Ortiz. We want to see what Keyshawn look like. Keyshawn, in the world's view, in the boxing community view, should win this fight, even though we all know Jermaine Ortiz is by far the best person Keyshawn Davis has ever fought. And technically, if we being honest, Keyshawn should lose this fight. But we're not going into it feeling like that, thinking like that. Keyshawn Davis has all the burden of proof to perform, not Jermaine Ortiz. We know what Jermaine Ortiz going to come in there to do. Jermaine Ortiz going to come in there to win. And Jermaine Ortiz does very well when he is the underdog. When he is the guy that don't have the pressure, Jermaine Ortiz does very well. Teach said Ortiz literally made an opponent cry a few fights ago. He literally weight bullied that guy. I feel sad watching. Yeah, yeah, Jermaine Ortiz like beat like living like that's a great point too. Teach his last fight he beat the snot out of homeboy like for sure. His last fight he beat the snot out of homeboy. Keyshawn has the redemption element too. That's what I'm saying. But that's where the pressure. Are we sure Keyshawn got rid of his whole team? Keyshawn ain't been in the ring. Keyshawn talking about I ain't changed, I changed, but he acting with the same crackhead energy. Just you saying you changed, I don't see no change in Keyshawn. I see the same motherfucking Keyshawn. Is this pressure of being in Madison Square on your big bro undercard, like the whole world watching? You dig what I'm saying? This fight is super dangerous for Keyshawn. Keyshawn has everything to lose, a lot to gain, but everything to lose. He doesn't have more to gain than Jermaine Ortiz has to gain, though. But he has more to lose than Jermaine Ortiz has to lose. And the sad part about that is Jermaine Ortiz is the more experienced fighter. Jermaine Ortiz probably should be the ring champion at 140. Jermaine Ortiz has the more experience. Like on paper, Jermaine Ortiz, this should definitely be a 50-50 fight, but all of the pressure is on Keyshawn. Two Sizzles said Keyshawn got a lot to prove. Like, look how you looking at it going into it. Keyshawn got a lot to prove. I feel you. You not saying that about Jermaine Ortiz, though. But in Jermaine Ortiz's mind, we all know since he's been robbed twice that he feels as though he has a lot to prove. And who better than to prove it against is Keyshawn? Y'all got to remember, Jermaine Ortiz wanted Keyshawn. Y'all know why this fight happened, right? This fight happened because Jermaine Ortiz wanted this fight. Keyshawn didn't want to fight Jermaine Ortiz right away. Keyshawn wasn't trying to fight Jermaine Ortiz. This fight happened because Jermaine Ortiz wanted this fight. I'm just telling y'all. Keyshawn Davis has everything to lose in this fight. Keyshawn Davis has everything to lose in this fight. And Jermaine Ortiz has more to gain. Because if Jermaine Ortiz beats Keyshawn Davis, you know what you're gonna say after the fight? I ain't surprised, man. That motherfucker was robbed against Loma and Tio. God damn. hold on, stay with me. Tenderism. Jermaine Ortiz would win this fight, and T.O. loses to Shakur. You know what you're gonna go out to leave that arena saying after that happens? You're going to say, "Well, goddamn, I ain't surprised because he beat. Look what Shakur just did to T.O. We felt as though Jermaine Ortiz did that too, and we think he beat Long." Gap two said Jermaine, one of the few actually wants smoke with everyone. That's why I think Jermaine Ortiz need to get promoted more. Jermaine Ortiz promotional team is terrible. Whoever Jermaine Ortiz is with, his promotional team is absolutely terrible. Like he's not even spoke about. He's not even mentioned. And in whole time, he's by far a top five fighter at the 140 division. By far. I like to see dudes taking fights with the utmost seriousness. I'm looking forward to see how Ortiz approaches this. We already know how he gonna approach it. He gonna approach it like a dog. That's how he gonna approach it. We already know how Jermaine Ortiz gonna approach this. He gonna approach it like a dog, like he did, like he done every other fight he's had. He got a lot to prove too, but it don't look like that to the public. It only look like that to on Keyshawn's aspect, on Keyshawn's side. So I'm just saying, man, it's a very dangerous fight for Keyshawn, man, and I would not be surprised if Keyshawn Davis lost this fight. And if Keyshawn Davis cannot afford to lose this fight, I don't think y'all understand that Jermaine Ortiz's career is not on the line if he loses to Keyshawn Davis. Everything Keyshawn Davis has built is on the line versus Jermaine Ortiz. Do y'all understand me boxing with the two? Do y'all get Dean? Everything that Keyshawn Davis has done up to this point is on the line versus Jermaine Ortiz. Every single part of it. Not some of it, every single part of it. He loses this fight, especially after everything that happens. All of that stuff goes away, people. All of that stuff goes away. Gap2 said, just because of the circumstances, that might be the most dangerous Jermaine we've ever seen. And if Key ain't locked in, shit might get ugly. That's what I'm talking about. But ain't nobody talking about it, though. Gap2, if you only hear me talking about it, ain't nobody talking about it, though. You hear anybody talking about Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine Ortiz? They should. They might be the best two fighters at the division. Lord have mercy. Y'all ain't ready to talk tonight, man. Keyshawn and Jermaine might be better than Shakur and T.O. How we know Keyshawn and Jermaine not better than Shakur and Lord have mercy? Let's get into another conversation. See, I'm glad that we chopping it up tonight. I wanted to get into this good boxing talk, this real boxing talk right here. How do we know that Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez are better fighters than Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine Ortiz? How we know that when all of us think that Jermaine Ortiz beat T.O.? And a lot of people think T.O. has a chance versus Shakur. I'm asking y'all, I need participation. How do we know that Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine Ortiz not the main event? How we know that? You know why I asked you that? Because it ain't nobody on Shakur resume, on Keyshawn resume that I don't think that Jermaine Ortiz beats. I mean, I think Jermaine Ortiz beats all of them. You know? I think Keyshawn beats everybody on Shakur resume as well. I think they beat everybody on Teofimo Lopez's resume as well. So when I am talking to you about, shout out to my guy Austin Grant in the building. I think Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis beats everybody on Shakur and T.O. resume, period. No matter name the fighter, they beat them. How do we know Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis are not the best two fighters? Like, this is not the main event. How we know Shakur and T.O. better than them two? Shout out to Teach, and I'm glad Teach said that. Teach says they had to fight each other. Teach, that's why it's a lot on the line for Jermaine Ortiz as well. But it just don't seem like it though. Teach, all of the pressure is on Keyshawn. But if we looking at it objectively, Teach, you know Jermaine Ortiz wants this fight real bad because he feels as though he was robbed against a T.O. and a Lomachenko. It is, bro. I think Shakur beating T.O. in a way easier than Keyshawn is beating Ortiz. I'm not mad at that either. Thin Ironheart in the building. What's the deal, Brody? Keyshawn would knock Shakur the fuck out. Shakur currently doesn't have the will to fight him off, brotherhood. He already submitted. Now, look, you see what Sin Ironheart think, and guess what, Sin? That's why I brought that topic up. How we know that Jermaine Ortiz beat Theo? How we know Keyshawn wouldn't beat Shakur? How we know this is not the actual main event? Do you understand how much is on the line in this fight? That's why I'm mad that Keyshawn want to play the little brother role, bro. You and Jermaine Ortiz could have been your own main event. You was about the main event with De Los Santos. You should definitely be main eventing with Jermaine Ortiz, but you messed that up with how you act. You acted a donkey out here. You messed that up. I want to see Hitchison get in the mix, but holding that belt, sabotage, and that's why Gap Tooth. I put him at the bottom tier of him because his mentality shows me he's weak already. His mentality shows me he's weak. Is he gonna have dog enough to keep Sabril and Gary Antoine off his ass? That's why I put Richardson Henderson at the bottom, y'all, because his mentality already shows me he weak. I know he can't beat Keyshawn. I don't think he could beat Keyshawn. And I think Jermaine Ortiz gives him everything he wants because, to be honest, I think Jermaine Ortiz is a better boxer. Him and Richardson Hitchison like to do the same things. I think Jermaine Ortiz is better at those things. He's more polished than Richardson Hitchison is what I'm talking about. He don't question himself in the ring as much as Richardson Hitchison questions himself. Jermaine Ortiz will let them bitches go. When Jermaine is in the corner, he fights. I don't know how Richardson Hitchison would have reacted with T.O. catching him and walking him down. I don't know how he would react in those situations. He got to show me. Jermaine loses, he becomes a professional opponent. If he wins, he wins a direct line to the title. 100%, Susan. And that's why I think don't sleep on everything the eye of the tiger, dog. We watch Rocky. If you think Jermaine Ortiz is as good as a fighter as I think he is, if you think he beat Loma and T.O., you don't think that nigga want to beat Keyshawn Davis and get his name back up there? Why did you think he asked for this fight? I want y'all to start thinking about things from a different perspective, gang. It's a reason he asked for this fight. He beat Keyshawn Davis. He gains the world. He's in the direct line to fight the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Shakur. Y'all understand that? He beat Keyshawn. That's the next guy you want to see them fight. You know, if he beat Keyshawn Davis, y'all gonna be asking all those guys at 140. Okay, if you don't give us a unification, y'all gotta fight Jermaine Ortiz. Am I lying, Teach? Am I lying, 2 Cent? He beat Keyshawn Davis. Everybody at 140, you are going to say, y'all either got to unify or fight Jermaine Ortiz. That's exactly what we're going to leave that fight saying. And y'all know it. Fact, Jermaine ain't in there thinking about what he in there doing. No. Keyshawn can't main event after that last blunder. He lost a lot of people a lot of money, and he has to show people he's back and teach. That's why I say this is such a dangerous fight, and there's so much pressure on him. This is exactly why I say this is such a dangerous fight, and there's so much pressure on the kid. How he gonna handle it against the best competition by far he has ever faced? Actually, a guy that could beat him. This is the first fight I felt Keyshawn was in, and I actually thought he could lose. Besides Delantos, but they ain't getting the ring. That's just something to think about. Bring me to my next topic. Y'all understand Teofimo Lopez don't got nothing to lose in this fight, right? Y'all understand Teofimo Lopez don't got nothing to lose in this fight, right? I just want to make sure that y'all understand Teofimo Lopez don't got nothing to lose in this fight. Y'all may say, Dean, what you talking about, bro? How T.O. ain't got nothing to lose in this fight? Well, we going to get into that, why T.O. ain't got nothing to lose in this fight. But what I will tell y'all is T.O. don't got nothing to lose in this fight. You know? Yeah, T.O. don't got nothing to lose in this fight. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Tio has the more experience, has fought the better competition for the same reasons to yeah. He's fought the better competition, and he's not the favorite in this fight. Most of the world think he's going to lose because of the promotion that Shakur Stevenson has gotten over the years. Most people think that he is going to lose this fight, correct? But he has the more experience. He has been in there with better competition. He's Shakur Stevenson's everything that I just said about Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine Ortiz, all of that applies to Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. All of that applies the same way. They have everything to lose, man. Shakur Stevenson, the way he's been promoted, T.O. is already lost. So a loss don't kill T.O.'s career because we've seen T.O. lose. T.O.'s not the favorite in this fight. He's not getting promoted by Bud Crawford and all of these people. Nah. He's not the number one guy we want to see fight Gervonta Davis. He's one of the guys. He's not the number one guy. Theo has everything to win in this fight. Theo win this fight, him losing to Cambosis and having a fight with Sandor Martin and Steve, none of that matters if he beat Shakur Stevenson. All they gonna talk about is that he beat Lomachenko, Josh Taylor, and Shakur Stevenson. That's what they're going to say. Do y'all understand? They not gonna say, "Oh, y'all, nah." They not gonna bring up T.O.'s downfalls. They're gonna bring up his successes if he beats Shakur Stevenson. They're gonna say, "This is the man that was undisputed at 135. This is the man that beat Lomachenko. This is the man that beat Josh Taylor. This is the man that beat Shakur Stevenson." T.O. has everything to gain from this fight. T.O. has everything to gain from this fight. Yo, the intro fire, man. I appreciate you, Lil C. Thank you, Brody. I appreciate you, gang. It means a lot, bro. Hold up. Shakur sparring is the key to this whole thing, brotherhood thing. Is the whole brotherhood thing is bad because if Shakur is getting the best of Key, then Key going lose confidence for a tease, vice versa. If Key's getting the best, gets beat up, gets beat best of Shakur. Yeah, the expectations for Tio are lower, but his success bar is lower, and he's already branded himself as a clown, 100%. But guess what? Guess what though, Two Sizzle? He win this fight. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about how he a clown. We know how this go with the Latino fighters. They are going to be saying Max Kellerman, the Ring Magazine, Turkey Ali Kiyashiki. I am telling you what's going to happen. All the people that low key, the tank haters that act like they Shakur fans, going to turn on Shakur because of this Devin Haney thing. Mark my words, Shakur Stevenson lose to T.O. Everybody gonna be like, see, that's why he dug Dev. Watch how fast the boxing hackers and frequents and all of them switch up. No, y'all used to think that Shakur can beat Devin. And T.O. ducked Devin. I can hear Frequent saying it right now. I can literally hear Frequent Flyers saying it right now as I'm talking. And y'all know it too. That's the sad part. I can hear it right now, and y'all know Frequent gonna be like, he ducked Devin. Hey, I just know how this boxing game go, and y'all know how it go too. The two brothers have all of the pressure to perform, man. They not coming there to see T.O. and Jermaine Ortiz. They coming there to see Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson. They the ones with the more popular names and we do panels on and all of the expectations is on them. And it's unfortunate. It ain't about if that's right, if it's wrong, because if we being honest, T.O. and Jermaine Ortiz, they should be the favorites. They the ones that got the more experience. They the ones that been under the bright lights. They the ones that we think one fights. You know what I'm saying? Like they already been in there with top level competition. This is not the best. I mean, I think Shakur is the best person T.O. for it, but it's people that think Shakur not better than Loma. You know what I'm saying? And that's more of a Deem opinion. But it's people that think Lomachenko is a better fighter than Shakur Stevenson. So all I'm gonna say is, man, Shakur Stevenson has everything to lose in this fight. He has everything to lose in this fight. Keyshawn got everything to lose in this fight. T.O. don't got everything to lose in this fight. He already got a loss. Jermaine Ortiz already got losses that he probably shouldn't have, whether he should have them or not. It doesn't change. See, it works both ways. The reason we don't talk about Jermaine Ortiz as much because even though we feel as though he was robbed, he still got losses. Well, that works in his favor against Keyshawn Davis because all of the pressure is on Keyshawn because Jermaine Ortiz has losses. Y'all see how that works, y'all? I'm just telling y'all what I know. Y'all can agree, disagree, whatever. It doesn't even really matter. All I know is that if Keyshawn Davis loses to Jermaine Ortiz has everything to gain. And Keyshawn Davis got to start back from one, like Brian McKnight. Yeah. Keyshawn Davis got to start back from one, like Brian McKnight. I'm just telling y'all what it is, gang. Shakur Stevenson lose to Teofimo Lopez. Lord have mercy. Shakur Stevenson lose to Teofimo Lopez. You think it's gonna be bad for Keyshawn if he lose? Don't let Shakur lose this fight. Shakur can't lose this fight. For everything I told y'all with the Brian Norman Jr. And Devin Haney, Shakur can't lose this fight. Watch how fast Frequent Flyer, Boxing Hacker, and a bunch of other people switch right up on Shakur. He loses this fight. Mark my words. I'm telling y'all what I know, dog. I'm telling you what I know, gang. Then you're gonna have some of us that's King fans gonna be like, see, and y'all don't even think T.O. can beat. I just know how this gonna go. I told y'all Shakur not that good. Look at his hands. His hands brittle. I'm just telling y'all what people gonna do. Casa said this is boxing. The cream gonna rise to the top. Loma is overrated with multiple losses and lackluster performances. I agree. But Casa, that don't change what they gonna say Sunday morning. That don't change what they gonna say Sunday morning. Casa, you know how this gonna go, gang. Make sure y'all hit that super chat. Make sure y'all hit that cash app. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Show your boys some love, man. So I'm gonna leave it at that, yo. I'm just saying, man. I don't, y'all can do what y'all want with it. All I'm saying is, I think that Shakur can't lose this fight. Keyshawn can't lose this fight. And the sad part about that is they both facing probably the best person they have ever faced. That's the sad part about it, though. Like all of the pressure is on them once they got to the top because of all the things that transpired. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? So we got to accept that, deal with it, not deal with it. But I'm just telling y'all Sunday morning, if Keyshawn Davis loses, if Shakur Stevenson loses, the ramifications is much, much deeper than the ramifications for T.O. losing or for a Jermaine Ortiz losing. I'm about to drop this link. Y'all come chop it up with your boy. Come holler at the kid, and we gonna keep it pushing. I was supposed to go on live earlier for y'all, but I couldn't do it. So I was like, let me do a late night jump for y'all. I'll be live in the morning time as well. So make sure y'all keep your eyes out for that one. Do you know what I'm saying? We gonna be we gonna be back chopping it up in the AM as well. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a couple Z's and we gonna keep it pushing. You feel me? So hold on. Let me pin this link real quick and y'all come chop it up with y'all come chop it up with your boy. There we go. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit that super chat. Make sure y'all hit that cash app. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But like I said, man, a lot of great fights, man. We gonna see how everything transpired. We gonna see who really a dog. Me personally, I got Keyshawn and Shakur winning because I feel as though they should win. They gotta win. I pick fights off of that. Like, do one fighter understand what the ramifications is? Like Shakur and Keyshawn can't lose. So if I lose money picking them, I'll lose money picking them because I feel as though they in positions where they can't lose. You understand what I'm saying? They have to win these fights. If they don't, their career trajectory. changes drastically. T.O.'s and Jermaine Ortiz career trajectory don't change drastically. It doesn't if they lose these fights. It just doesn't. That's the unfortunate part. But it's the truth, it's the reality of the situation. You dig what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man, and it's getting close. What is it, January 8th? Yeah, we ain't got that much longer. We got 20 something days or something like that. You did what I'm saying? We ain't got that much longer. So like whatever type time that they on right now, they already on that type time. They already getting it done. They already doing what they got to do. It's the proof is already in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? And I seen Shakur running, and I'm telling T.O., man, yeah, I hope that you ready. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, T.O., you better be ready. I do think that Shakur Stevenson understands the ramifications of this fight. I do think Shakur Stevenson gets that he can't lose. I do think he understands with the running stuff and the De Los Santos fights and a bunch of the criticisms that go around Shakur Stevenson's name. I think he understands everything that's on the line, and I think Keyshawn Davis definitely has to understand that. Pat Greedy in the building. What's the deal, Brody? Boot Shakur, Tank Devin, Keyshawn can't afford to lose a motherfucking thing. 100%, 2 cent. Two sizzle, 100%, gang. 100%. They cannot afford to lose. I'm just telling you, like, and it's unfortunate that all of those are black fighters that you name. But we know how this go in the sport of boxing. The black fighters can't lose for whatever reason. Whatever reasons that is, they get crucified much more if they lose. Everybody that Two Sizzle just named is a black fighter. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the harsh reality of the situation. But also, they get a lot of the praise. Also, they get more. Okay, we got to be fair. They do get more of the criticism if they lose, they can't lose. You're right. But the black American fighters, they also get talked about more than everybody else. Remember we was talking yesterday about Carissa Shields and all that? You can't have it both ways. Marshall was in the building. What's going on? People coming in the building. That's what I'm talking about. You can't have it both ways, my people. It work both ways, family. Like it just like you get talked about more than the Latino fighters too. So you gonna get talked about more when you lose than the Latino fighters do as well. That's just the truth of the reality. If Bud would have lost to Canelo, that would have been talked about way more than Canelo losing to Bud. It's just the truth. Now y'all cannot. Now should it be that way? I keep telling y'all to get out your feelings about how shit should be, and let's talk about how things are. Let's talk about what the reality is. Let's talk about what's actually going on in real life and what we deal with every day on a regular basis. The link in the chat, hit that cash app, hit that like button, hit that super chat, come rock with your boy. You dig what I'm saying? Let's chop it up. Who do y'all think got more to lose? Do y'all think that Jermaine Ortiz is the man at 140? Come talk to me. Who do you think gonna win these fights and for what reasons and why? You dig what I'm saying? They got a combined record of 131 and 0. It's like my mom told me as a black man, you got to be near perfect in it in what you do. 100%. 100%. 110%. 110%. I agree with that. So we gonna see, man. I do think, like I said, these are two great fights. I ain't really dive too much into the other people that's on the undercard because it really don't matter. But we all know that January 31st is going to be a lot on the line. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of this stuff going to have ramifications as far as where the sport of boxing going to go. P.O. wins this fight, boxing changes dramatically. Jermaine Ortiz win this fight, boxing changed dramatically. Because what people not getting is the two stars, the two most notable names at 140 is Keyshawn Davis, T.O., and Shakur Stevenson. I don't even think that's up for debate, is it? The three biggest names at the 140 division by far is Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez, right? Well, with that being the case, then you see why they can't lose. You see why they have more pressure and why that's so dangerous when you going in there with a TO or you going in there with a Jermaine Ortiz. Because all they got to do is fight. All they got to do is fight. They fight. It don't matter how they win. They could win close. They could win. It doesn't matter how T.O. or Jermaine or T's win. But not only do Shakur and Keyshawn got to win, it also matters how they win. Because if it's controversial, a lot of people are going to be saying Jermaine Ortiz was robbed again. And a lot of people are going to be saying Teofimo Lopez was robbed. I'm just telling y'all how this go. I know this boxing game. Now we can accept that, we cannot accept that, but at the end of the day, that's what's going on, man, in this sport of boxing, fam. I'm just letting y'all know the real. You dig what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man. But I'ma just want to get Jermaine Ortiz his motherfucking credit. Because if we being honest, most of us think that he probably should be considered the man at 140, but he's not. And that's why this is so dangerous for Keyshawn Davis. And everything that Keyshawn Davis has been through as far as his mental problems, him acting a donkey backstage, um, missing weight on purpose, leaving a weight class saying he already knew he was moving up. Now he talking about he want to go to 147. So that got me thinking, well, damn, bro, can you really make 140? Because you already talking about 147 and you ain't even go to 140 yet. So it got me thinking, like, is you gonna have weight issues again this camp? Is you having weight issues? Is that why you talking about? Why is you even talking about 147? You was supposed to be fighting at 145, 135, but you ain't fight at 135 because you missed weight on purpose. And then you naturally just went up to 140. But now it sounds like you telling me 140 don't even work for you. Is that what you telling me? It sounds like you telling me 140 is too much for you because before you even stepped in the ring at 140, now you want to go to 147? Nah, fam, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, man. They don't sit too well with they don't sit too well with me. So, like I said, man, come chop it up with your boy, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Shakur, if Shakur wins, does he stay at 140? Who knows with Shakur? Shakur said if he win, he not gonna stay at 140. Who knows what Shakur Stevenson gang? I can't tell you what Shakur Stevenson gonna do. All I can tell you is we just with Shakur, one of them wait and see ass niggas. He'll say one thing today and then be like, you know what? I felt good at 140. I want to fight Gary Antoine Russell and Richardson. Like, who fucking knows? I can't even Garrett Tooth, I can't even give you a response or an answer when it comes to Shakur Stevenson on that aspect of it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, nah. But I know Shakur Stevenson got to step up. I know Shakur Stevenson got to get this damn W. I do know that. I do know that wholeheartedly, man. Um, Yeah, that's valid. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what Shakur will do, won't do. Who knows what Shakur? He say one thing and to do another tomorrow. So I'm not sure what the man going to do. But what I can tell you is I'm a holding to his word. If he stay at 140, I don't want to hear no more fucking tank shit because he was saying that he was going to go back to 135 after this fight. So if he don't go back to 140, 35, what I won't do is let everybody act like that's Gervonta Davis's problem. Because you already know, Gap Tooth, that's the next move. That's exactly what they're going to do. If Shakur do stay at 140, everybody going to be telling Tank to move up to 140 to fight Shakur. So I hope he does come back to 135 because I will not go through that this year. If he stays at 140, that's his prerogative. Ain't nobody tell his ass to go up there. And he said he a 135 pounder anyway. But you already know Shakur fans act like he didn't say that. And whatever. You dig what I'm saying? They gonna act like he didn't say that. And y'all, you know how that go, Gap Tooth. Gap Tooth, you know how that go, bro. So I'm not even about to sit up there and speculate on that. I'm gonna just hold the man onto his word. A kilo netter is in the building. Tank might come back at 140 or 147 to fight Manny. And if Tank do that a kilo, then Tank can't get mad at everybody telling that nigga to move up. See, look, listen, this is how it work, man. If that does happen to Kilo, then Tank can't get mad at Devin and them talking about move up and fight him. Tank, my guy, that's my Brody, love him to death. But if you able to go up there and go fight Manny Pacquiao, you should be able to move up definitely at the 140 division and go fight anybody. That's just me being honest. So if Manny not coming to 135 or they gonna fight at whatever they gonna do, if they fighting at 147, then Gervonta Davis can't listen. What I won't let everybody else do though, if Gervonta Davis put these niggas on a clause at 147, they gonna have to accept that too. So they ain't gonna be able to act like this is something new. Like if Gervonta does go to 147, definitely expect a rehydration club. And I don't want to hear nobody complain, bitch, or complain about it. That's the other thing, Akilo. See, that work in his favor. If he do go up 140, I ain't with the rehydration shit. But if he go up to 147 and he put people in clauses like Devin, I'll fight you, but on a rehydration clause. Devin can't be mad at that part. Even if he don't take it. Like if he, oh, I ain't using a rehydration clause, well, that's on Devin. But to expect Tank to go to 147 and not put a clause on you is asinine. We all know that that's not gonna happen. So it worked both ways, and I don't want to hear Devin or his fans or nobody say nothing about it if he do, because all right, he going up to 147. That nigga is at a 100, 130 pounder. So you put a clause on y'all. I don't want to hear no bitches complaining. But if this Manny thing that I've been hearing about, if this is true, then Gervonta Davis can't get mad at that. Band up is in the building. Dean, what up? What up, my guy? Seattle in the building. You already know. Y'all, yeah, come holler at me. Come chop it up with Dean. Who y'all think got more to lose? Is Jermaine Ortiz really the man at 140? Y'all missed a lot of the stuff we discussed already. We discussed is Jermaine Ortiz the man at 140. We discussed why Keyshawn Davis has much more to lose than Jermaine Ortiz and why Shakur Stevenson has much more to lose than a Teofimo Lopez. Put a clause in a fight, both guys got to follow the rehydration clause. Well, that's how that worked, 2 Cent. They both got to follow it 100%. I think people get that part confused. No, they don't get that part confused. Crucial content is in the building. What's the deal, Brody? Everybody sliding in. Make sure y'all hit that cash app. Make sure y'all hit that super chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all rock with the boy and show me that this hard work is paying off. I done went live for y'all twice today, then dropped shorts and gave y'all 3 videos. We over here working. Akilo, we talked about that earlier. He says Keyshawn might get upset. We talked about that earlier. It's a good chance he does get upset because this is the best competition he has for. Jermaine Ortiz might be the best fighter at 140 because if he was awarded those wins that he probably should have got, ain't no probably should have. In my opinion, he beat Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez pretty clear to me, and he was robbed of both of those fights, which would mean that he would have the ring belt right now, which would mean he would have the WBO belt, which would mean he probably would be fighting Shakur Stevenson instead of Teofimo Lopez. I ain't get no notifications. Why YouTube tripping, man? I know, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. That's why 2 cents. That's why 2 Sizzle. I'm about to flood them. You got merch. I need to bring some merch out. And thank you for the idea. I'm gonna start bringing some merch out, bro. We about to expand everything, man. I ain't playing with them no more. 2026. That's why, yo, I'm about to be flooding them to where as though it ain't gonna have no choice but to get you your damn notifications because I'm dropping so much. You're gonna get one of them. That's just how we about to do this. Cause I ain't got time to play. Akilo said he might have a little more power at 140. See, that's another thing I would like to see because we clearly know that Teofimo Lopez had his power hasn't carried up. But what if Shakur got a little more pop at 140? I'm just saying. We don't know. Crucial Content says, I like Ortiz, but his power might not be enough to keep Keyshawn from outworking him. And Crucial, that's my biggest concern. We need them Earthman shirts ASAP. I already bet. Ramon in the building. Okay, them Earthman shirts. That's a great idea for the first one, 100%. I'm talking about Ortiz. Oh, you talking about Ortiz? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Ortiz looked good his last fight. He did homeboy dirty his last fight. So I ain't even gonna cap. Jermaine Ortiz did homeboy dirty his last fight. But we gonna see people how everybody rocking and what's going on. All I know is that January 31st is a very important date for boxing, and that's why I don't know why people ain't supporting it. the way I think they probably should, because it's a very good day in boxing, yo. Just Keyshawn and just these two fights alone, I think are very, very good fights. And I won't let nobody downplay it and act like they not two of the best fights we could have got. Like Keyshawn to come back against Jermaine Ortiz, that take a lot of heart. That take a lot of balls. You feel me? Like we not gonna sit up there and act like that don't. That take a lot of heart, that take a lot of balls to come back against a guy of the caliber of Jermaine Ortiz. 100%. So I gotta give Keyshawn Davis his credit on that. You feel me? Hold on, y'all. One of my cords acting dumb. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Man, God damn it. Hold on, gangsters. Hold on, gangsters and gangsterettes. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that super chat. Make sure y'all hit that cash app, man. Show your boy some love, you hear me? Show your boy some love, man. Don't be no earth man. Don't be no earth man. You dig? I'm looking for something right now. Y'all, hold on. Uh, where the fuck? Damn. Where the fuck my shit go? I think it's over here. But nah, y'all. Yeah, chop it up with your boy, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Give me your thoughts on all of this, man. Because I don't think Jermaine Ortiz get talked about enough. Or talk about enough. Boxing with the two says if Shakur got popped at 140, he still got to be careful with how many and how hard he's landing. He might break him again. He low key can pop shot and check hook all night and fuck T.O.I. up 100%. We know that T.O. be having that swelling around his eye too. We know T.O. We know T.O. swells up very easily. I'll say. So don't be surprised, even though we talk about Shakur ain't got power and this, that, and the third. Don't be surprised if Shakur put the boot baps on him. Don't be surprised if he walk out of this fight looking roughed up. And I know y'all not expecting that from Shakur Stevenson, but don't be surprised if that boy look roughed up. If he get them boot bats put on him, you hear what I'm talking about? I'ma just be honest with y'all. Don't be surprised if he get them boot bats put on him, my people. Let me see if this link pinned to the chat. Hold on. Let me make sure this link pinned to the chat. All right, link pinned to the chat. Yeah, yeah. He gonna put them boot baps on him. You dig what I'm saying? Nah, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that super chat, hit that cash it. Claggett lumped him up. Yeah, Claggett lumped him up real bad too. Lumped him up real bad too. That's what I'm saying. Do not be surprised if Shakur Stevenson, like Shakur Stevenson, whether you think he got pillow fist or this, that, and the third, that don't matter too much. The only part that matters is if he gonna be able to hit that man or not hit that man. You feel what I'm saying? And pillow fist or not, you get hit enough, your eye gonna start swelling up. You gonna start, you know, you gonna start being in the position you don't want to be in. I'm just telling y'all that right now. So that's something that Teofimo Lopez got to keep an eye out for. But I wholeheartedly think T.O. I don't think T.O. coming to play. I don't think nothing about this fight T.O. coming to play. Like not even a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? So I'll say that. Like I don't think T.O. coming to just lay down at all. I think T.O. understands everything he got on the line in this fight as well. You feel what I'm saying? So um I don't want people to underestimate what Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez mentality is right now. I don't want people to underestimate that part of it. But that's on y'all. I'm just telling y'all, like, I'm just telling y'all, if it's close, I'm telling y'all, a lot of people are going to say Jermaine Ortiz won. If it's close, a lot of people is going to say that Shakur Stevenson won. Now, I ain't saying you can't win a close fight real clear. You could win a close fight clear. We've seen those happen. But um, like Bud Crawford and Madrimov, I think that was a close fight, but Bud won that fight clear. You see what I'm saying? Like it was nothing in me that said Bud lost that fight. He won that fight clear, but it was close. You dig what I'm saying? So you could win a close match and it be clear, but that's how you better do it. Nah, T.O. looking Aki right now. Listen, he could be playing possum though, too, Sizzle. He could be playing possum too. Don't never, man, listen here, man. Don't never underestimate that game. T.O. could be playing possum right now. Had y'all thinking, remember when I was telling y'all about Ryan Garcia? So y'all hard headed. Y'all remember when y'all all was saying Ryan Garcia crazy before the fight? I ain't letting y'all forget about that. Y'all remember when all y'all was saying Ryan Garcia crazy before the fight? Y'all remember that? And Dean was trying to tell y'all that nigga playing possum. And y'all was like, Dean, man, that nigga ain't playing possum, Dean. That nigga crazy, Dean. That nigga ain't playing possum, Dean. Y'all remember I was telling y'all that? Right before the Devin fight, y'all was saying, look at him, he crazy. I'm arguing with KO and them. He crazy, Dean. He out of his mind. Yeah, he crazy as a fox. Yeah, he crazy, all right. He crazy as a fox. Straight up. Like, don't let T.O. fool y'all. T.O. ain't got me fooled, bro. T.O. in there working his ass off, gang. T.O. ain't trying to get beat up in front of his hometown in New York to Shakur Stevenson of all people. No. You think T.O. want to go in there and get his ass whooped? No. Theo look ready and swole up and sharp as hell and sharp as ever he gonna be. I 100% believe this gotta think about it. This gotta be the best Theo. It was confusing to see him in person, low key. Why you say that, band up? Band up. Why you say that? Why you say it was confusing to see him, low key, when you first saw him? Why you say that, band up? I'm confused on why you said that. What is it about him? Is he was he shorter than you expected? Was he what was it about him that made you say that, band up? Band up. Yeah, let me know, Banda. What was it about him that made you said that? Make sure y'all hit that cash ass super chat like button. Y'all already know what it is, man. We late night boxing. I know I don't go live these times, but I'm trying to keep my foot on their neck, yo. I'm pushing out as much content as I possibly can. You hear what I'm saying? We'll be live during the day tomorrow, probably around like 2 or 3. You dig what I'm saying? And or I might go live around like 6:30 tomorrow. So either one, keep y'all eye out. But I'm definitely going to be going. If I go live early in the morning, I'll be live around 6:30 tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? But if I don't go live in the morning time, I'll be live around like 2 or 3 o'clock. So y'all can keep y'all ears to the street for that. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all know how we giving it up. Y'all know how we rocking. You feel me? But we gonna keep it pushing, man. Come chop it up with your boy. The link is pinned in the chat. If y'all want to come chop it up with Dean, we ain't gonna be here too much longer. Depends on how the night go. Because if everybody come in here and they start, wilding, then you already know we gonna have a grand show. I'm gonna rock with y'all tonight, you know. But we gonna see. You feel me? I just seen YouTube been dry. Everybody been, YouTube ain't been YouTube. Everybody been kind of dull. Boxing kind of taking a little hitch. I just want to make sure y'all getting the best content possible, man. So we gonna just keep rocking like that. You dig what I'm saying? I'll be pushing out the music soon. Soon we gonna be having merch. Y'all keep an eye out for my NFL channel, my football channel. I don't know if I'm gonna make it strictly about the Eagles or if I'm gonna make it like about just the whole NFL as a whole, but we'll see. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm definitely trying to build this brand, continue to keep, doing this by any means thing and branching off and just flooding y'all with so much content, man, from the boxing to basketball to football to fashion to relationships to social injustice to everything, y'all. Just know that that's how we I got plans on that on 2026. And to be real, I'm thinking about trying to build all of those channels at the same time. If I can, I'm thinking about trying to build all of those channels at the same time. So I think I think that'd be great. You dig what I'm saying? Death mixing the hoops content. 100%. You feel me? Like the people don't even know. Like that's what I really used to do is play is hoop. You feel what I'm saying? So uh yeah, man, we gonna keep. I just like I said, we gonna build on a lot of different things, man. But right now, we talking about this boxing, and like I said, man, if they ain't gonna promote the Shakur card and all that, I look at it like I might as well do it. We might as well have some fights, fuss, and arguments over the Shakur fight. Like I said, I think Jermaine Ortiz should be considered the man at 140 until proven otherwise. I think that Keyshawn Davis is taking a hell of a risk by fighting Jermaine Ortiz. I think that Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis has everything to lose. They have a lot to gain as well, but I think that they have more to lose than Tio and Jermaine Ortiz, and Jermaine Ortiz and Tio has more to gain than both of them have. Dondrick and them is in the building. What up? My brother is here. He said, Dean, Blaze pound for pound said Keyshawn more twitchy than Boots. He said, what? Yeah, when Blaze get up here, we got to talk about that. The link is in the chat, Dondrick. He said, what? G Mills is in the building. What it is, y'all? Y'all finally coming in the building, man. That's what I'm talking about. What's the deal? All things in the building, yo. Y'all finally making y'all way over. That's what I'm talking about, my guys. Hit that cash app, hit that super chat. Yeah, show your boy some love. Somebody drop a super chat. I ain't getting no super chat yet. I don't like how I'm feeling right now. You feel me? Y'all got me feeling like I ain't special or something. On the money line, what's the deal? I told him to come over here. Oh, yeah, that's my guy, Dondre. See, that's my brother. You already know. So, Dondrick, in case y'all missed it, man, I was talking about I think Jermaine Ortiz should be considered the man at 140 because he got two losses that I don't think most of us think he lost. He should have the ring W 140 belt. He should be the WBO champion. He beat Lomachenko, and I just don't want people to lose sight on that when they start talking about him. Mr. Fist is in the building. What's the deal? On the money line is in the building. J Main is in the building. Thomas Hill is in the building. Big Supreme said, I got some bars tonight. I'll let you come up here and freestyle. I'll hit you with one too. You know what I mean? You told him to slide over. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I tried to push it back as much as I can, but I'll be going live tomorrow, y'all, in the morning time probably. And I'll probably be going live like 6:30 again. All right. If I don't go live in the morning time, I'll be live around like 3 o'clock. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, we gonna get a late night session, man. I told you, man, we keeping foot on neck. Alan Sostein is in the building. We keeping foot on neck, man. Um, yeah, y'all. The like I said, man. I just feel that what time in the AM on the money line? It probably be like 8 or 9 o'clock. It's gonna be early, early rising. You hear what I'm saying? We talking boxing early. You dig what I'm saying? Like I ain't playing no more, man. I'm flooding the streets. You feel what I'm saying? I'm flooding the streets like Lil Wayne in '05. Big Supreme years I'm talking about. Nah, there's gonna be too much content. Because, like I said, there's guys like Jermaine Ortiz that's not getting. I don't think y'all looking at this fight how y'all should look at it. You think Jermaine Ortiz beat Loma and Tio. So why are we going into this fight where Keyshawn should just be this favorite when he hasn't fought nobody on that level of competition, and Jermaine Ortiz is by far the best person he has ever faced? But because subconsciously, y'all, he has losses. Even us that think Jermaine Ortiz won, we still don't talk about him in that light because technically he's not in position for the belt and this, that, third, and the Unify and the Fight Tank and TO and all this, that, and the third. But the truth of the matter is, Jermaine Ortiz should have the best two wins by anybody at the 140 or 135 division. Who else can say they beat Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. And guess what's going to happen, y'all? J Main in the building. I'm just hitting the road for work, Dean, so I'll be looking up for you to go live. You already know. I want to catch y'all early morning. You feel me? Didn't Jermaine Ortiz beat Boots in the amateur? I'm not sure about that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Like, what we not going to do, if we looking at it subjectively, we've seen Jermaine Ortiz in there with great level of competition, and he looked it better than them. How I know Keyshawn mentally is ready for that? I don't think he beat Loma, but I thought he beat T.O. and was picking on him. I'm sorry, Dondrick, I feel you. And I can respect that opinion. I think he beat Loma and T.O. That's just my opinion. You see what I'm saying? I think he beat Loma and T.O. Loma tends to does what he do, start slow. He started to pick it up. Jermaine Ortiz got a couple of them swing rounds, and there you go. Loma start picking it up at the end. I just think that that's Loma's thing, and that's why it didn't work against Devin. Like you got to understand, Devin versus Loma looked a lot like Jermaine Ortiz versus Loma. Looked a lot like that. But it was definitely, to me, Dondrick, it was definitely closer than T.O. and Jermaine Ortiz. I don't know how the fuck T.O. got that win. That shit was a draw at minimum. At minimum. Like, he literally got robbed that fight. So I'm just telling y'all, man, I just don't think, man, that I don't think we looking at these fights like Jermaine Ortiz and Tio don't understand how much they have to gain. Like Jermaine Ortiz not a scorned baby mom right now. Like he not Eye of the Tiger fully motivated right now. Y'all understand? Jermaine Ortiz wanted this fight. Keyshawn Davis didn't ask for this fight. Jermaine Ortiz wanted this fight. I forgot who Keyshawn Davis was supposed to fight, but it wasn't Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz was like, "Nah, I'll fight you," and then that's how they set that fight up. He ain't doing that and saying that for no reason, people. I'm just letting y'all know. Jermaine Ortiz wasn't doing that, saying that, feeling that way for no fucking reason. Nah, it don't work like that, gang. Like I said, Tio and Jermaine Ortiz have much more to gain than even Shakur and Keyshawn. I'm not saying they don't have nothing to gain. They have a lot to gain as well. But they have way more to lose than Jermaine Ortiz and Tio. And the problem with that, both of them, this is the biggest matchup they have ever had. This is the toughest opponent they have ever had. But this is also the most pressure they have ever faced ever in boxing. Nah, Jermaine beat Africa and T.O. in the amateurs. That's what I'm saying. Like, and he beat them in the pros too. He definitely, Thomas Hill said he definitely didn't beat Loma. That's your opinion. I think he beat. Wait, you talking about Jermaine? Yeah, he won the first seven against Loma. He just lost the last five badly. But that don't lose you a fight, Thomas Hill. They feel the same way against the T.O. That's what I'm saying. That don't lose you a fight, though. Tio literally lost the first six rounds, dog, and they gave this man this win, dog. And I literally sat there with Deem eyes, my unearthed man eyes. My unearthed man eyes. I literally saw Jermaine Ortiz beat Tio six of those rounds, or at least 5-1 at minimum. I saw it. Do you understand? Man, link in the chat though, man. Come chop it up with your boy, man. Come hit the like button. Come hit the link, man. Come chop it up with your boy. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I got a pin to the top. You know. Other than that, I'm gonna jump off in a little bit. So come chop it up with your boy, because you know Jupe then killed Jonathan and Joseph Jackson the other day. That was, oh my God. I'm sorry, yo. I had to stop the live. She was cooking his ass so bad. Yeah, Thanksgiving was over. Lord have mercy. That was entertaining. That was actual entertainment. I'm not gonna lie. Jupe was over there cooking his ass up. You feel what I'm saying? But that's peak entertainment right there. Wasn't she, J Man? She was cooking his ass up. That was peak entertainment right there. You hear what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, I just think like if everybody else ain't gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it, because clearly the world Not talking about it. He said, "Oh nah, Boots cooked them in the amateurs, but still, Jermaine a dog. These Latin fans be having they cake and eating it too. When Canelo wins, he's the best. When he loses, old Bud, just too great." Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. I can kind of agree with that as well. 100%. I can kind of agree with that as well. 100%. Um, yeah, man. I just like I said, man. I just think that a lot of we are in for a surprise, and that's the biggest thing, man. The fights is close, I just know how it's gonna go. So many people gonna be saying Shakur lost. So many people gonna be saying Keyshawn lost. The fight's even close, like they have to win these fights clear. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because of the level of competition. Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez is going to get more benefit of the doubt than any of their prior opponents. Big Supreme said Jermaine lost to Gary and Boots. Yeah, like they're going to get more criticism than any of their prior opponents, bro. Like, I mean, they're gonna get more benefit of the doubt than anybody than a Zapata or a Barenchek. Like Jermaine Ortiz is not fucking Barenchek, and Teofimo Lopez is not fucking Zapata. You understand? So I just know how this shit go, bro. Like they gotta win clear too. It could be a close fight, but you gotta win clear. Like Bud and Madrimov. Like that's a close fight, but Bud won that fight clear. There's no way you can say Madrimov won that fight. You understand what I'm saying? It gotta be definitive. If it's not definitive, I'm just telling everybody we're gonna be on here arguing. People gonna be yelling, cussing each other out. Um, 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 you gonna have Rich up here talking about y'all just hating on Shakur. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm telling y'all what I know. T.O. gonna be out here talking crazy about how he really won. And it's gonna be nasty work out here, Big Supreme, and I know you know that. It's gonna be nasty, nasty work. Keyshawn Davis, people already start to not like Keyshawn Davis, so Keyshawn Davis cannot afford for this to be close because people waiting to say Jermaine Ortiz won this fight when it comes to him. Oh, people was waiting for Jermaine Ortiz to say Jermaine Ortiz won this fight. I'm concerned about Jermaine being chinny and Keyshawn timing. Big Supreme, that's my biggest concern as well. I think Keyshawn might be the best at 140, Big Supreme. See, that's my it just Keyshawn's mental. I don't Big Supreme, if Keyshawn had Boots mentality, like if I trusted Keyshawn mental the way I trust Boots, I wouldn't think nobody at 140 could beat Keyshawn. His Excellency say he's putting up in firefights and keeping the heartbeat. Well, I can't tell, my nigga, because it ain't that many motherfuckers in here. They don't even care about Keyshawn and Shakur. But if I would have put boxing content creator exposed or Javante Davis is arrested or something like that, this should be jumping right now. I'm just saying, I can't tell. It seemed like people don't give a fuck about Keyshawn, Shakur, and Kid and T.O. And what your excellency is doing, frequent flyer. I'm gonna just be honest with you with the numbers. It don't seem like people really give a fuck, to be honest. I mean, I'm just being honest. Where the promotion at? That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't sent the super chat yet. They don't give a fuck about this conversation that much. People send super chats and cash apps about shit they care about. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So I hear you. I'm trying my best to help these niggas. Like, you feel? Ain't nobody else talk about it. I went past all the channels just to see what they was talking about. Wasn't nobody talking about this motherfucking fight. Big Supreme said T.O. just criticized the promotion. I'm just saying, I went to every boxing channel, ain't the people I like and don't like. Wasn't nobody talking about this shit, gang. Wasn't nobody talking about this fucking fight, bro. Damn sure ain't nobody talking about Keyshawn and Jermaine Ortiz. Ain't nobody talking about that. Only Dame is even took time to make segments on that. Ain't nobody talking about Keyshawn and Jermaine Ortiz. I thought co-main sell fights though. Do Keyshawn Davis get credit for these views, y'all? Because y'all was trying to get David Benavidez credit when it came to Tank. Do Keyshawn Davis get credit for these views? Y'all was trying to get Devin credit when it came to David Benavidez. I just wonder. Do Keyshawn Davis get credit for these views? That's another great topic. I want to know something, y'all. Do Keyshawn Davis get credit for these views? Do Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine Ortiz get credit for these views? Huh? Devin fans. Devin fans. Is Keyshawn Davis selling this fight? Is Keyshawn Davis the reason that everybody coming to this fight? Do Keyshawn Davis and them get to pop they shit off of whatever Shakur and T.O. do? I just wonder. Do Shakur get to pop his shit? Or do T.O. or do Keyshawn get to pop his shit? That's a great question, ain't? Because you know how y'all try to say stuff be co-mains and so this fight not getting promoted, that mean that look bad on Keyshawn too, right? You know, because y'all say co-mains sell the fight and it's they fight and they get just as much credit and all that. That's y'all logic. So I'm just asking y'all wholeheartedly. I'm asking y'all as a fellow brethren. I'm asking y'all as a fellow brethren. Do Keyshawn Davis get credit for these views and these ticket sales? I was just asking for a friend. I was just asking. My friend name might be Javante Davis, but I was just asking for a friend. Don't get mad at me, gang. I was just asking for a friend, gang. Don't get mad at me. Y'all told me that. Y'all told me Devin and Brian Norman Jr. was the best card, and I mean, I don't know, gang. I was just wondering, can Keyshawn Davis pop his shit or not? Two Sizzles said I could put 5 on it. I just wondering, man. I just wondering, man. In the meantime, Ryan running around snorting lines and all types of steroids and vandalizing hotel lobbies. Boy, Ryan a different breed, gang. I don't even know what to say about Ryan Garcia, man. Ryan Garcia is a different fucking breed, gang. You feel me? But that's all love, though. Ryan Garcia, a different breed, gang. You know. I'm just asking y'all. We just trying to make sure what's going on. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna be up here probably another 10 minutes. If don't nobody jump up, I'm gonna hop off and I'll be back with y'all in the AM. But I really, really do want to see how these fights gonna transpire. And I hope Keyshawn and them really see ramifications of everything that's fucking going on. Big Supreme in the building. What's up, bro?
What's the word, gang? You can hear me?
Big Supreme. Yeah, I can hear you now. What's going on, gang? Can you hear me?
What's the word, Woo? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Man, I'm chilling,
What's
man.
the word? Everything Gucci?
Everything's straight, man. I wanted to ask you, Big Supreme, how you feel about these fights,
What's
man?
up?
Who got more to lose? Keyshawn, like what's going on? Who got more
All
to
right,
lose,
so
man?
in the,
T.O.
in
and
the
Shakur.
Keyshawn fight, I think Keyshawn got more to lose only because of the Santos situation, them jumping Albright, and how he been conducting himself the last couple of months. I think like he has the most to lose, like so he has to impress. I think he will. I think Jermaine is a very good boxer, very good fighter, underrated. He arguably beat Tio and Loma. Um, He's underrated, but I think he gonna be too much for him though. I really do believe that.
I think
And as
that
far as
too,
the
I think that too, because I just think that Keyshawn's aggressiveness gives. If Jermaine Ortiz got one crack, when you start cracking his ass, Big Supreme, he don't like that shit. Like when he start getting
he
hit,
don't,
he don't like that. He don't like that shit, bro.
yeah, he
So
does.
like,
Dude. I ain't gonna lie.
And Keyshawn got that straight. Like he got a power jab and that straight be coming from hell. Like Keyshawn look
Hmm.
like every time Keyshawn throw his straight Big Supreme, I'll be like, man, this nigga gonna throw his arm, his shoulder out of socket. Cause he throwing it with all bad intentions. Like, so I feel you on that. But go ahead, Big Supreme. I feel you on that.
And then I think Tio has the most to lose because I was listening to whatever show they was doing on the Ring channel, and Shakur could just move up, and if he does lose, he could just say I dare to be great. I mean, this is his fourth weight class. He's not putting his belt on the line, so he doesn't have to worry about losing that. So if Shakur was to hypothetically lose, he could just go back to 135, still be champion, say he did to be great and came up short. Tio, on the other hand, has been begging for a big fight. Has been criticizing a lot of black boxers, and he just been conducting himself like a sucker the last couple of years. You know what I mean? So like he has to show out. You know what I mean, he's a two division ring champion. They got him on box rack. as the lineal champion at 140. So he has the most to lose, and it's in his backyard. So I feel like Tio has to be dialed in, and he has to be ready to fight. I mean, I think Shakur gonna be too much for him too. Honestly, I thought about it like, yeah, he has a lot of attributes that they give Shakur trouble, like the athleticism, his time and speed. I do believe Tio's heavy-handed, even though he hasn't been securing a lot of stoppages. But I think Shakur gonna get him out, not get him out of it. But I think he's gonna win a comfortable 8-4. That's what I think. I don't think Tio's
Big
gonna present
Supreme, I'm
any
gonna tell
trouble
you
for
why I think
Shakur.
Tio don't got the pressure. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if Tio loses, all he go back to doing is being Tio. He's still gonna get a name. He's still gonna get. He's still gonna get a Ryan fight. He's still gonna get a Devin fight. But if Shakur loses, do you know what they gonna be saying on Sunday morning? Because Shakur is built to be under Bud, and he the greatest. Everybody say he the greatest fighter in sport, and can't nobody do nothing with him. And it's the ramifications. See, Tio is not the guy in line to fight Gervonta Davis. It's really all about Gervonta, and you know that, Big Supreme. He's not the guy. We want to see T.O. fight Gervonta? Yes. Is it a necessity? Is he the number one guy? No. Shakur lose this fight to T.O. That Gervonta Davis fight is damn near out the door. It's hard enough to get the fight as is. The only leverage that Shakur would have to get the fight is if he beat T.O. And he could say, nigga, I beat T.O. Nigga, what are you talking about? Imagine if he loses the TO though, Big Supreme. What Sunday morning? Because guess what's going to happen, Big Supreme?
It is gonna look crazy, but
The
I think
Devin
Shakur
fans
has a built-in excuse.
watch this though, Big Supreme. You know frequent flyer here. Now tell me you can't hear him saying this. Watch this, Big Supreme. Tio beat Shakur and he ducked Devin. And he ducked Devin. And y'all
I can see
said
that.
Shakur can beat Devin and Tio ducked Devin and he beat Shakur. Come on, Dean. Y'all said that he was this good. Y'all look, he need a rehydration course for Devin. You know what they gonna say, Big Supreme, Sunday morning.
Nasty work.
We know about
Nasty
going to
work.
have
Yeah, I
procedure.
can see that perspective.
This is why he didn't take the 25%. See, this is why Shakur should have took the 25% because he had a shot at undisputed. You know, he could have lost to Devin, but he lose to shit. I'm telling you how this shit gonna go. Tank, all of a sudden his Twitter gonna be activated. Big surprise.
Let me ask you
Big
a question, right?
surprise. Yeah.
You believe
What's up?
that if Tio loses, like he's still gonna be
Big
Tio, he's still gonna
Supreme,
get a big fight?
look, Big Supreme. He already
Oh,
saying. Say,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
Freako's stupid, man.
What you asked though,
Um,
bro?
I can see that perspective, but I do believe that he has like a built-in excuse, man. Like his belt not on the line. If he do lose, he could go back down to 135. Like I said, like he could say this is my fourth weight class. I did to be great, came up short. Um,
But Big
I
Supreme,
just don't like
Tank
how
went to
Theo been carrying
140
it,
and
man.
won a belt. So that's where it's even worse at because Tank went to 140 and won the belt. He dared to be great too and dropped the belt and went back, but he won by stoppage. Do you
It's a
see what I'm
fact.
talking about? Do you see
Now
how
I
that's
can see a
going to get?
perspective.
That's going to get because remember, Tank a little dude. He 5'4". That's what Shakur said. He little guy.
I can see that
Tio,
perspective, but
Tio ain't supposed to be in the same class as Shakur, and this Shakur backyard too. Big Supreme, I was just up New York. Newark is right there.
now I ain't gonna lie, I'm from the Bronx, bro. Like we don't claim them niggas, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No,
Like,
I know
yeah,
y'all don't
we
claim them, but
cool.
they right there though. Like put it like this for a fight. For people to come, the whole Newark will be in Madison Square Garden. It's nothing for them to come to Madison Square Garden. Is
Nah, that's
what
the fact.
Dean's
That's the
saying.
fact. But I feel
That's
like
all.
we do like Shakur more because like Tio been on some weird racist shit the last couple of years. But I do feel like this is my thing, right? Tio's been talking real crazy. Like he has multiple interviews saying he has like the recipe to beat Shakur, saying he could dare to be great, beat Boots, he could beat Crawford. So I feel like he got a lot right on his fight too. So I feel like it's
I agree with
it's
that.
50-50. The only thing is the undefeated record. I mean, like Shakur doesn't know what it feels like to lose yet.
Yes.
I mean, so I feel like that's the main thing, I believe. But I don't
My
think
see,
I don't
my
think he's gonna lose
thing
to
is
Theo though.
I don't think he's gonna lose either, right? Because you want to know why, Big Supreme? Because he can't lose the TO from everything I'm. Remember, I told Brian Norman Sr. you got all that fake ass support. Lose the Devin. Watch how they switch up on secure. Boy, Listen, I'm
Yeah,
telling
they
you
got
what
him
I
out of there.
know,
They
Big
dropped him.
Supreme.
Yo, you know what? You know what's crazy? I wanted to
You
say
don't even
something on
hear.
KO panel, right? Because
Mhm.
this is a bad narrative that I hate with Tio, man. Like, I hate when people say, "Well, I don't know what Tio I'm gonna get." Like he shows up when it's a big fight and blah, blah. I don't believe that narrative at all. The thing with Tio is it's about matchmaking. So when you look at all the fights that he looked really bad in, they're against
Yeah.
movers like Jermaine Ortiz, Sando Martin. What's the other kid that gave him trouble too? Um,
Um. Steve
Claggett
Claggett.
gave him trouble. You did what I'm saying? But the fights that he looked good in, right? Yes, Loma was pound for pound, 3 division champion, but Loma can't fight on the back foot. Josh Taylor can't fight on the back foot. Your man, what's the dude he just beat? Barboza. Barboza's a good
Barboza.
boxer, but he's not really exceptional like that. So like those wins, I felt like playing the T.O. strengths and his attributes, his athleticism, his hand speed, his counter punching. I feel like he won't have that against Shakur. The only person I really believe beat T.O. clear is Cambosis. I ain't gonna lie, it sounds crazy because Cambosis don't really got a lot of movement. He stood there and fought Tio. Yeah, he took a lot of punishment, but he really took that belt from Tio. You know when they say you gotta beat the champion to get the belt? I feel like Cambosis
100%.
really, really did that. He dropped him in the second round, and he put the beats on Tio for the majority of the fight. Like the last 3 or 4 rounds, like Cambosis got winded and it looked like he was gonna get him out of there, but I feel like he's the only one that really, really beat Tio clear. And even they made up an excuse for that. So I feel like with Shakur,
You don't think Jermaine
if
Ortiz beat him clear?
yo, I like Jermaine a lot, man, but like you got to take the belt, bro. Like the thing with
Come
Jermaine, I feel
on,
like
Big Supreme,
nah, I ain't gonna
dog. You
lie,
being an
I
Earth
like Jermaine
man,
a lot,
man.
bro. I like Jermaine a lot, man. I think when he
Them
got
first
cut from
six
the head
rounds, Big
clash,
Supreme. Let me ask you this: them first 6 rounds, I
yeah,
had Jermaine Ortiz winning all 6, but I'll give you 5-1 minimum, right? Them first 6 rounds of
hmm
T.O. 5-1 minimum. You telling me T.O. got the whole rest of the
I
six
ain't gonna lie.
rounds?
What's my man name that used to go live with Thomas Hill? He used to be
Um,
on the rise and stuff like that. He got glasses.
uh,
Is it
um,
Ann
um,
McQueen?
Ant McQueen, my guy,
Yeah,
Ant.
yeah. Like he used to be doing like the breakdowns and all of that, like, right? So when you look at boxing, bro, right? So we know the criteria, right? The 4 scoring criteria: defense, effective aggression, ring generalship, and clean punching, right? So I feel like Jermaine did really well in the first 7 rounds, but when he got that head clash and he got cut, he started using too much movement. You did what I'm saying? So I feel like the last 5 rounds, he didn't really dig deep to take that belt, bro. So I can't give it to him. I mean, like, yeah, on paper it looked like he beat him, but he used so much movement, bro. That's just my opinion. Now, if
All
someone
right,
says
all
that they
right.
think it should have been a draw,
Let me say
they
this.
think that he won. I can't knock him for that, but I feel like you gotta take the belt from the champion, bro. I really
Let,
believe that.
let me say this. Let me say this, Big Supreme. If I say minimum, he had 5-1. They had
hmm
6 more rounds to fight. T.O. did get at least 4 of them rounds, I'll say pretty clear. But the other ones wasn't clear. So it's like if I'm giving it, that's why I said at minimum a draw. But when I see you lose the first 6 rounds clear as day, no matter if he
I
on his
I uh,
bicycle a
I, I
little
don't know,
bit,
Dean. I can't. This is my thing, right? In boxing, we got unwritten rules, right? So one of them is you gotta beat the champ to take the belt. That's not a rule, but it's a saying. We all know it's the truth, right? So also, when you look at the rounds, when you got the champion and the rounds are kind of quiet, those are swing rounds. They're gonna get them to Tio, bro. Especially, I think that was in New
we know
York.
that.
They're gonna get them quiet rounds to Tio. So like, I gotta look at the judges and how they scored it, right? So I feel like a lot of them swing rounds. I feel like they gave it to Tio just off effective aggression. Because my thing is this, right? This is why I feel like Lamont Roach beat Pitbull, and a lot of people be grinding me up or whatever. I feel
I'm about
like
to
when
grind
you
you up too.
Now, I'm gonna
But
tell
go
you why,
ahead.
right? Because when we look at ring generalship, right, it's the person that dictates the action and forces their style on the opponent. We know that
Which Pitbull
Pitbull is a
did.
come forward fighter, right? So when
Hmm.
Pitbull gets on his back foot, and uses lateral movement like Shakur, I feel like he lost. Lamont Roach, who's supposed to be listen, look. Lamont Roach is supposed to be the pillow-fisted boxer. I'm telling you, he's the pillow-fisted boxer, right? Pitbull's the come forward, aggressive, power punching whirlwind, right? He didn't do that versus Lamont, bro. Lamont had him on the back foot.
Let me say this to you. You being
keep it 100. Pitbull wasn't on the back foot the last 4 or 5 rounds.
No, you being
all of a sudden this nigga got a jab. All of a sudden he's sticking his tongue out. Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you why
I'm being an
Earthman. I'm gonna tell you why you being an Earthman.
Let me hear this, Dean.
I want you to hear it. You gonna agree with me after this? Like, damn, Dean, I might be. Let's say you got a style of boxing. That don't mean that's all you gotta do. So what he did here, he stopped doing that. That don't mean if he still was being effective using his jab, which he was, making Lamont Roach miss, making Lamont Roach question himself. The low blow shouldn't have counted because Lamont Roach wear his fucking trunks up to his damn nipples.
Nah,
that
should
be
bro.
Illegal. Sorry.
You being an Earthman. I'm gonna let you cook though. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead. Cook.
If you are say you're a boxer on the back foot, that's what you do. I can't say, well, you lost some other rounds because you decided to get on your front foot. No, just because you switch up what you do. We've been asking Pitbull to use a jab. I can't knock him now that he tries to use a jab and start boxing and don't just be in there going hook for hook like I know what you did last summer. That's who Pitbull Cruz is, Captain Hook from I Know What You Did Last Summer. You understand what I'm saying? I commended him for you. I vehemently disagree with that. I commend him for using his jab and using his footwork and trying to box a little bit when he feels as though he got a knockdown. He up on the scorecards. That low blow shouldn't have counted. You take that low blow away, we not even talking Pitbull Cruz won that fight. That low blow, the only reason thing that they counted to make the rounds even as close as it was. But the truth of the matter is, and if we really getting into it, this the other thing. The truth of the matter is, if Lamont Roach's glove don't touch that motherfucking ground, the referee, boy, he saved that man's life because we was about to see Deontay Wilder versus Big Baby Zhang all over again, Big Supreme. Do you hear what I'm saying? He is, by the grace of God, his glove touched that floor because his glove did not touch that floor. Pitbull was coming behind him. Let's just say Big Supreme to put him in the dirt. Do you understand what I am saying? He was going in the dirt. It was going to be over. It was going to be the fight over. So when I take the low blow away, Pitbull was the aggressor. Pitbull made Lamont Roach uncomfortable. He didn't fight the fight he wanted to fight. He didn't look like he did against Gervonta Davis. I think Pitbull won. Do I see how you can say Lamont Roach won? Obviously I do because it was a close fight. And you know Dean don't never scream no robbery when it's a close fight either way, for real, for real. That's why I ain't knocking like, all right, T.O. beat Jermaine Ortiz, whatever. All I know is I saw you lose the first 6 rounds. And if you telling me you won every last one of them 6 rounds, if Jermaine Ortiz gets one of those rounds, he won the fight. I don't care how it looked at the end. We got to stop judging boxing that way. I don't care how it looked at the end. I'm
gonna tell you what it is, right, Dean? That's why I brought up Ann McQueen, right? Like everything you're saying, it makes perfect sense, bro. But this is not what the ABC put in the rules for the scoring criteria and how to judge a fight, bro. Like we could pull it up right now, like cause you can't get. I mean, this is something you could pull up on Google. It's not like you know what I mean. You get a copyright strike for that. But when two boxers get in the ring, bro. And one boxer enforces his will and dictates the pace, enforces his style, and other boxer, that's effective aggression. That's ring generalship, bro. So I get what you're saying, right? But the optics of it, when you look at Pitbull, him deciding to use lateral movement against a boxer that he's supposed to put on the back foot, he's supposed to be the runner. It's not a good look, bro.
He did, though, Big Supreme.
He did it because if you look at the fight, Lamont Roach stood in the pocket.
No,
Lamont Roach didn't use no movement like that. He didn't, because if he did, he would have got caught that looping dumbass hook.
Hold on. Lamont Roach didn't use movement like that because Lamont Roach don't use movement like that. When do Lamont Roach use movement? Lamont Roach is an in the pocket
he used movement
fighter.
Versus Herring. He used movement in certain fights.
He lost that fight versus Herring. You're right. He did because Herring had his ass moving.
He ain't had no choice because
That's what I'm
Aaron was
trying to tell
hitting
you.
his
See what you
ass
just said?
with them
Cameron had
combos.
Lamar Roach moving around, even though that's not really
But
his style. So
Pitbull,
Lamar Roach
Pitbull
having
did too,
Pitbull
though.
Cruz moving around, you just kind of saying what I'm saying, bro.
No, what I'm saying is Pitbull. He wasn't on his front foot the whole time. He wasn't. Pitbull did have him going backwards. That's how he got the knockdown. Pitbull did have
No,
him going
nah, he stood
backwards
in
and
the
fighting his
pocket.
fight.
So Pitbull did something that was very like Pitbull adding little wrinkles to his game, and I give him credit for that because people just look at him as a mindless brawler, right? So what Pitbull did was he hit him with the left to the body, and Lamont tried to like catch it, and your man came over with the looping left hook, and that's how he caught him. But Lamont stood in the pocket. If you listen to the commentary, you listen to his corner, they said, bro, you got to stick and move. You stayed in the pocket too long. So I feel like
Yes,
Lamont wanted to prove a point. So
but he
him
didn't prove that
getting
point.
look, I'm gonna tell you why he did. Him getting Roach, him getting Pitbull to move around, bro, to me, shows that he proved his point. Show me one fight of Pitbull moving around like that.
Gervonta
Show me one
Davis.
fight. Against who?
Gervonta.
He
wasn't
used
on the
moving
front
against
foot that whole
Tank.
time. Yes, he wasn't
Nah,
on
he
that
was on
front
the
foot the
front foot
whole
against
time.
Tank, bro. Tank was using lateral movement
Big Supreme.
when he
Big
messed
Supreme.
up his hand.
It's a difference between. Well, I'm not saying he wasn't on the front foot at some parts of the fight. Yes, he was. That's what Pitbull does. But when Tank started applying pressure, he started being on his back foot. He started pulling on his hooks. He started questioning what he was doing, similar to what Lamont Roach was having him do.
I'm not
So,
gonna lie, Dean.
my thing is,
I disagree.
with Pitbull, I can't knock Pitbull when he adds something to his game that did frustrate Lamont Roach. It wasn't like Lamont Roach was just in there landing all of these shots, beating them the fuck up. That's not what happened. So my thing is, even when Pitbull was doing that, the rounds were still close. It's not just and Pitbull was
All right, so
definitely
let
every
me
round
address this dude in
landed
the comment because
but,
this guy's
hold
crazy
on,
in the
Big
comments.
Supreme, because this is the part that where we want to talk about criteria of boxing. Yeah, Lamont
Mm-hmm.
Roach might have had been landing more jabs. He wasn't landing more power shots. And as we know, power shots count more anyway. So Pitbull got him beat that way, even when he started trying to box him. So that's
I ain't
my
gonna lie,
thing.
Lamar landed a lot of power shots too, bro.
He did, but he didn't land more than Pitbull. And what I'm saying is, if you go look at that fight, one fighter was clearly more uncomfortable than the other, and that was Lamont Roach. One fighter got dropped in that fight. One fighter is questionable that shouldn't even have got a point taken away from him. If Pitbull don't get that point taken away from him, he wins this fight. That's probably what get him over the hump, and it don't be a draw. So I can't, especially when I don't even like how Lamont Roach is the only fighter in boxing who trumps me up to his damn nipples. That's number one. I don't think that was a low blow. They
I ain't
didn't
gonna lie,
give
Usyk be
Pitbull.
doing that shit too, though, bro.
Yeah, Usyk be doing it too, but Usyk 6'9",
Usyk's
though.
doing that
He's
too.
6'9", though, Big Supreme, so it's different. The Lamont Roach is 5'7". You hear what I'm saying? And then they didn't give Pitbull a warning or none of that. So it's like, nah, bro, I can't. I didn't view it that way. I looked at it like Lamont Roach was very
Nah, I ain't gonna lie,
uncomfortable in that
he
fight.
did give
He
Pitbull a
seemed
warning,
more
bro.
comfortable. No, he seemed more comfortable versus or he gave him a warning, but I'm saying
Yeah, because I think he gave him a
shot,
low blow like in the third round or something like that.
but the
He gave him a
shot,
low blow
but
like the third round.
the shot that Pitbull hit him with, I don't think was a low blow, is what I'm saying. Like, okay, but I don't think that was a low blow. Like, I think because Lamont Roach trunks is up so fucking high, it makes it seem that way, but it's not that way though, bro. And that's all I'm saying, because that part is arguable. What I'm saying is you take that part away, which was not in the favor of Pitbull, and keep the knockdown, and it's a bunch of swing rounds in that fight. To me, Pitbull won. He was clearly the aggressor. He clearly had Lamont Roach fighting his fight because they both in the pocket fighters, Big Supreme. So when you keep telling me, well, Lamont Roach is what the fuck is Pitbull? Like, that's what he
Nah,
do.
all right, so this what I'm saying, right? I'm gonna try to like rephrase it, and I'm gonna address this dude in the comments because he's saying Boots was coming forward against Cameron. That doesn't make no sense, bro. Boots put Cameron on the back foot. Cameron didn't really want to engage like that. Now, Cameron landed a couple counter shots on Boots, but Boots got a good chin. So
Mhm.
I don't get what he's trying to say with that logic, bro. Like he's trying to say I think Boots
Well,
lost. No, Boots put him on the back foot, bro. Like he did the whole criticism of Boots was he couldn't cut off the ring because he couldn't get Karen out of there. But he still put Karen on the back foot. You dig what I'm saying? And if you watch Cameron's fights, Cameron
when
doesn't
it
really
comes,
move like that. Even though his footwork is immaculate, he doesn't really move like that. But
he
against
wants to
Boots, he
stay in the
had to.
pocket. He had to.
He
Yeah,
wants to stay in the
Karen wants to
pocket, but
stay
he
in the
had to
pocket
against
too.
Boots. You get what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, Big Supreme. When I look at Jermaine Ortiz, what I don't like that we do in boxing, we
Hmm.
count the later rounds as if they count more, and I just can't dismiss it. Put it like this, Big Supreme. The reason why I think Pitbull won, the reason why I think Jermaine Ortiz won is this. I ain't no Devin fan. But the same
Hmm.
reasons I think I think Loma won the fight, but I'm not crying that Devin beat him because in the very beginning of that fight, Devin was dominating him. So it's like I can hear myself in the background on Big Supreme.
I think I got a call.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, Lamont Roach got dropped in that fight, bro. Like, and it was too many close rounds. Like Lamont Roach definitely didn't make Pitbull fight his fight, so it's like nah. Like he looked better versus Javante Davis. And I don't think he won that fight. That's my other thing. Like he didn't win that fight because he was losing the beginning of that fight too. I was there. I was there. Javante at minimum going into round 7 was up 4-2 at minimum. So unless you telling me this nigga got the rest of the rounds, because all Javante Davis need is 2 more rounds to make it a draw. Okay, they gave it a draw. But you're not going to tell me Lamont Roach was dominating the second half of the other 6 rounds. No, or he beat Javante. Nah, I didn't see that. Here, Javante was winning that round. But then the hair grease thing just caused the whole it just it just be fucking people. Y'all can't hear? Hold on. Hey y'all can hear me now? Are we good? All right. Yeah, I'm saying Javante Davis, he was winning at least 4-6, 4-2 going into the 7th. So unless you telling me Lamont Roach got 5 or all 6 of the next 6 rounds, then tell me Lamont Roach beat him. But up until that point, I at least
Yeah, I got a
two of
phone. I
the
got a phone call, then.
oh, you got a phone call, yeah. Uh it's a lot, man. It's like I said, man. I see why they
I mean,
called it
I
drop.
feel like it's
Lamont
good
Roach and
conversation.
Pitbull, I
That's why
really wasn't mad.
I feel like a
I
draw
wasn't
was.
mad at
I
that
mean, I
being a
think a draw
draw,
was fair.
basically.
I ain't mad at it, but
Draw was fair.
like I said, like I ain't gonna lie, the scoring criteria and what ABC stipulated in the rules, man. Like I'm just going based on what they say, man. Like I feel like yes, um, Lamont doesn't really use that much movement in his fights, but I felt like we know what they think, what they call African American fighters, bro. They call us runners. Mexicans
Yes.
stereotypically come forward fighters, apply pressure. So when a black slick boxer stands his ground, doesn't move, and forces the Mexican on the back foot, I just think it doesn't look good on their behalf. That's just my
But Big
opinion.
Supreme, what I'm trying to tell you is I
Mhm.
agree with what you're saying. But you're making it seem like Lamont Roach was doing with what Terrence Crawford did to Canelo in the 9th round. See, this is what separates Big Supreme Terrence Crawford from the rest of these niggas. When he stands his ground in the pocket, he letting them bitches go, Big Supreme.
I ain't gonna lie. I really
He
wish we could
letting
do
them bitches.
we could do some research on that, like on some M McQueen, like do a little review because
What I'm saying,
I
Big
watched that fight
Supreme,
live,
Terrence
bro.
Crawford is letting them bitches go to
He
where as
is.
though it's not even a fucking question. Lamont
Yeah,
Roach
but Terrence
wasn't,
Crawford
he
and
wasn't
Lamar, there's
doing
no
that, bro.
comparison, really.
I
What I'm
know,
saying
but what
is,
I'm saying is when you
I
talk about a
seen
black
Pitbull take a
American
lot of long
fighter,
walks, bro. I seen
when
him
I'm
take a
saying
lot of long
Big
walks in
Supreme,
that ring,
when
bro.
you talking about a black American fighter staying in the pocket, I'm talking about how
Hmm.
a black American fighter can stay in the pocket and make sure he wins the fight. You
Like
giving
Boots
me
versus
everything
Villa
of why. Yeah,
or Boots versus Standing Jonas or something like
you
that. Like
giving me every reason why he should have won or he could have did something about that. If you telling me Lamont Roach couldn't have done more to win the fight, then I would agree with you. It's
I think
why
I think I
Terrence
think I
Crawford
think
turns it up.
that knockdown and then the point deductions what really made it like it offset it. But I feel like Lamar Roach, like he fights like he's a power puncher. I think he has more power than his record indicates. But when you look at someone like a Boots or you look at someone like Tank or you look at like a Crawford, like they have the power to keep dudes honest. And I don't think Roach has that equalizer. You dig what I'm saying? I
And
feel like
that's
if he had
why,
more power and he stood in the pocket with Pitbull, he fuck around probably would have stopped him. I'm not gonna lie. I watched that fight, bro. Pitbull looked like he was ready to go, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have never seen Pitbull look like that. No fight, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Even when he fought against a Tank, even when he fought against other dudes that were power punchers, like I never seen him move like that. You know what the main thing they say when the boxers hurt? They start taunting. I've never seen Pitbull stick his tongue out and start
man,
dancing and doing that
Pitbull
type of shit,
wasn't
bro.
hurt, dog. He
Bro,
was
I'm
not
telling you,
hurt
bro. Watch that fight again,
when
bro. I'm
he
telling
did
you.
that. Big Supreme, no, I
Bro,
watched
I've
it,
never
bro. He
seen
wasn't
Pitbull
hurt
act
when he
like that,
did
bro.
that, gang.
All right.
Bro, when
I'm just
Pitbull
saying,
stick
bro.
out his tongue,
When I
he
see
just
certain
got
shit, it's
off a
like,
combination, Big Supreme.
mhm.
The
Say it
reason
again.
why he was sticking out his tongue, because he just got off a combination against Lamont Roach. That's why he was sticking out his tongue at him.
Bro, that's not accurate, gang. I'm not gonna lie. The next live you do,
Bro,
like we gonna have a little like review of the fight, bro. Like we can watch a little
bro,
clip. It's up to you though.
bro,
I just feel like when I
bro.
watched that
Pitbull
fight live,
Cruz,
bro, and
bro. Pitbull Cruz, when he hit him with the combination, that bell ring, ding, ding. That's why he was
he didn't
laughing
even
at him.
yo, why does bitch keep calling me? Hold on, thing.
That's cool. That's why he was laughing at him. He wasn't laughing at him because Lamont Roach hurt him. Like that wasn't what happened. I did watch the fight. I hate when people tell me that. I did watch the fight. That's not why he was laughing. He was taunting him because he just hit him with a combination and the bell went ding ding and he was like looking like, yeah, nigga, I'm here. Oh yeah, it ain't what you think. That's why Lamont walked away with his shoulders down. Like I did watch it. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like the Mont Roach didn't look like he was at his best, and that's not how that went, man. That's not how that went, man. That's not. I can understand if you think Lamont Roach won. I'm not even arguing that point of it. I could get that point. Like, all right, you think Lamont Roach won? Cool, because it was a close fight. I get it, but I'm not looking at it the same way. Lamont Roach didn't look as in the pocket as he normally does. Pitbull made him fight his fight. He was being reactionary to Pitbull, not vice versa. Did Pitbull start trying to box him a little bit and all that? Yeah, but we asked Pitbull to do that. I can't knock him down that he tried to implement that, and especially with a guy who not even a mover. You know what I mean? Like I can't even like knock him for that. Like, yeah, fight smart. You do what I'm saying? I can't knock him for that all the way and say, well, because he wasn't fighting his normal style, that he just automatically lost that round. I'm not ready to jump to that conclusion on that, man. I can't quite do that. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the Blades said they was both gassed in the late rounds. Like that's what I saw. Like I didn't see goddamn this Lamont Roach superhuman. I didn't see that. He was just whooping Pitbull ass. I didn't see that. Like, I'm pretty sure I got eyes too. Arena is in the building. What's going on, Arena? How you doing? G Mill said, I'm watching the fight right now. LOL. Roach was on his back foot in the first round. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I know what I'm talking about, man. I know what I'm talking about. Gang, I ain't tripping. I ain't saying he ain't start being in the pocket and hitting Pitbull with some combos and making Pitbull rethink and calibrate what he doing. I ain't saying that he ain't do those things. That's why it was a closer fight. But if we gonna be honest, one fighter was in there much more uncomfortable than the other fighter. Like Pitbull was regular Pitbull. Pitbull wasn't, and then maybe Pitbull ain't look as good because he was fighting somebody that's good. Cash App. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm tripping, y'all. I was supposed to get to them cash apps. Big Supreme took me off real quick. Let me get to these cash apps real quick, y'all. We got my guy, we got Ramon in the building. Don't forget to trademark the name with the pound. Appreciate you, man. We got Show Off in the building. Ride again. We got Alan Sostan with the pound just for some support. Just for some support in the building, man. I appreciate y'all, gang. I appreciate y'all, man. Uh, Andre Pitt says, stop disrespecting Roach. Hey, listen, man. All I'm saying is Roach got busy in the later rounds. 100% he did. 100% he did. 100% he did. I just think, like I said, man, it's a lot. And it's gonna be crazy, man. I just can't wait. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. I don't think Shakur can afford to lose. I don't think Keyshawn can afford to lose. I think T.O. and Jermaine Ortiz can definitely bounce back much faster if they do take an L in this fight. That's just my opinion. Dean could be tripping. You feel what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion, yo. But listen, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boys, showing me love as always. Y'all already know what this is, man. Dame by any means. Make sure y'all keep y'all notifications on. We dropping heat back to back to back to back. You feel what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'll be going live tomorrow morning. Keep y'all notifications on because it'll be up by the time you'll have it scheduled prior to whenever I go. So y'all already know what's going on, man. I just want to say I appreciate y'all. Get some rest, get some sleep. Know y'all gotta get up in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? And we gonna keep rocking how we rocking, man. And tomorrow we gonna have a great show too. So we gonna just keep our foot on their neck, keep promoting these things because I feel as though the boxing community ain't doing that as a whole. But y'all already know what this is, man. Dean by any means. And I'll holler at y'all.
I think I saw the same thing when you told me about love and now it's gone. Now it's gone. I think I saw the same thing when you told me about love and now it's gone. Now it's gone.
Kid from bad cities with good hearts. We had bad starts, now we gotta push the start. It's sunny outside, but the ceiling just come apart. Can't be a teacher if you scared to leave your mark. I'm A+, hope my daughter keeping her grades up. It's hard to reach out, especially when you way up. The clothes can be loud, but that really don't say much. Roll around the Fanta, I'm smoking a beige blunt. I want black people to come together, I can't front. Like hot sauce, crossovers on N1. They want me to hate myself, not say that I'm handsome. For this money, they holding our integrity ransom. When you gift it, just know they want Christmas canceled. So I stay with the Tommy, cause on this mic I'm Bruce Lee when it come to karate. You gotta listen, somebody taught Mr. Miyagi. That's just shit you gotta learn. That's why kids sit on the potty. Guess it's my job to tell them. Then I'm young, black, and elegant. Did I mention intelligent? With the heart the size of an elephant. With rhymes that cut the mustard, that give you something you could relish in. I'm hot dog, what that mean if I can't eat? I'm on a beach, feet burning from the sand heat. A lot of people got voices that can't speak. Record labels put out diss songs so we can beef. Y'all better wake up, they want a females thinking they beauty come from makeup. She don't want to get left behind, so she went and got a fake butt. She worried about her lace front, I'm trying to get a lake front. Swear I'm the hottest, like the 7th and 8th month. Never been a crash dummy, no lie, I can't stunt. These rappers dull, they can't make the cut. You ever felt like good enough wasn't good enough? Your mom made you mad and you couldn't cuss? I know the feeling, that's why I ain't chillin' till my children got $1 million. And the whip Sicilian, but the passenger Brazilian. Wayne taught me one thing in this game, is no ceilings. My bars like Alex Fleming discovering penicillin. But somehow I'm still sick, suck at blackjack. 21 and up, I still hit. Thanks for rocking with me, cause we said real Chris had the same impact as a slap from Will Smith.